the amount of like sound effects in the background is hilarious. I don't know why I find it funny. Alright. Hello, Reese's. Reese's does stuff. Just setting up the stream real quick. Had to run and get a cold drink of water because I forgot that I basically drank my entire bottle of water before we started streaming. And that is no can do when it comes to a game like Touhou where I have to actually speak the dialogue. I mean, I don't have to speak the dialogue, but I like to do it. We were actually this close to not streaming today, considering I have a lot of chores to do, but I managed to finish most of them early today, so... We have enough time to do some streaming, and then afterwards I'll probably do some recording of like random Let's Plays and stuff. I'm doing fine though today. I'm glad that we're streaming more Touhou, because like, yeah, after Touhou 20, I'm really invested in getting back into the series fully. It has been quite a while since I've played a lot of Touhou games in sequential order on this channel, and I'm kind of looking into doing that again. If anything, we'll have like a Touhou day every like week or so from this point onward. Don't know if I'm gonna make it Friday or whatever, but I'm invested in coming back into this franchise again. Alright, a little bit of a spoiler for Touhou 20. Maybe I should probably take it off, but I have an image that's going to be our new UI. It's the extra stage of Touhou 20, so if you don't want to look at that, then probably avert your eyes for the stream at the very least. But we have Pisane. I love that image so much. It's so good. Which characters are you playing first? I mean, considering my Pngtuber shirt and the character that I usually play for these streams, I think we know which character I'm gonna play as. Yes, so Touhou 20, or Touhou 20, yes. 20 was the game that we played last time. I had a lot of fun with that game. Still need to go back to it to get the 1cc. I'm pretty sure I can do it. But we're continuing with the franchise from the chronological order. So, 10 Desires is going to be for today, and I will say that I have completed 10 Desires off-screen. It was a bit of a difficult run, and every single time I try to test this game out again, I always have trouble with it. So, screw it, I didn't do any test playthrough before this stream. It's been like, what, 3 weeks since I've played this game? And then I got really, really mad at it. So we're just gonna jump right in. But first off, let's read some of the stuff for 10 Desires. So the game is called Eastern Divine Spirit Mausoleum, and this basically continues the current arc that we are at in Touhou, which I like to coin the Religious War arc. So right before this point in the context of the storyline, UFO happened, and UFO was all about this Buddhist sect led by Byakuren and this group of yokai who was basically indebted to her for all of her good actions towards the yokai community. They went on a merry journey to try to save her from being sealed in the demon realm, aka Makai, and they succeeded. In the context of canon, I believe Sane's ending is the canon one, where Byakuren creates a shrine indebted to her brother called the Mioran Shrine right on top of, well, actually not right on top of something, but literally in the human village, somewhere in the human village. So that's where we're at in the context of the story right now. Man, I love Buddhists. Well, you're probably not going to like this game, Frozen, because there's going to be Buddhists and enemies of Buddhists. And for obvious reasons, we're going to be playing normal mode. Prayer for traffic safety. Find a safe way to go. Have a nice trip. Because screw me trying to get better to do normal mode, or to do hard mode or lunatic. Like, Jesus Christ, I can't do any of those. For this game, we have Reimu and Marissa and Sane as a returning character. And surprisingly enough, Yomu Konpaku. She is, I believe, here because of the entire game being all about, like, divine spirits or souls running amok, and that's kind of the whole plot for the start of this game. This is the whole reason why everyone is pretty much on edge and wanting to solve this incident. For Marissa's sake, though, there's a lot of these weird spirits gathering. Very interesting. The small divine spirits are whispers of human desires that call out to greedy people. I mean, she is called the Magician of Greedy Desires, after all. Everyone is coined as their own desire in this game. Sane is selfish, which I can totally get. Reimu is the Shrine Maiden of 5 Desires. I kind of wonder what 5 Desires she is. And the Half Phantom of Deadly Desires is Yomu. Surprisingly, she's not 2 Desires, she's 1. Reimu isn't happy with the fact that there's new religions, so she goes about beating yokai and gods up so they leave her alone. That could be like a good interpretation of Reimu in these games, and honestly, totally fair for Reimu, considering she coined Gensokyo. This is my land, this is my territory. Marissa, however, is just here to have fun. Now, the thing about this game is this is where Touhou changes its gameplay shot types. Every single game before this, Reimu, Marissa, and any other playable character had like multiple shot types that you can choose from. Sometimes 2, sometimes 3, the only exception of this being Touhou 8, where you had like 4 teams of 8 characters and they paired together, so technically it was always different. In this game, Zune decided to give everybody one specific shot type. So there's no changing your like focus and unfocused shot type to like, instead both of your shot types have homing amulets, or you can make them have persuasion needles. Nope, Zune just smashed them together. So now Reimu, from this point onward, till the end of time, unless there's a big gimmick in the game, is going to have homing amulets for her unfocused shot type and persuasion needles for her focused. Consequently, Marissa will have illusion lasers for her unfocused and magic missiles for her focus. This is kind of where Marissa starts to not be very good in the context of being a gameplay character. Reimu has gotten a significant buff in her persuasion needles, and she has the whole like small hitbox thing, whereas Marissa doesn't really have the DPS that she used to have, and her spread is terrible, and the only thing she has going for her is that she has easier item collection, and that's usually always a constant at this point. Big whoop. Sane is a very interesting character because she, in this game, I believe... So an interesting thing about Sane, and I can't believe I'm getting into this before I'm even playing as her, but might as well, considering if we get a 1cc immediately, we're not going to be playing as Sane. Sane in Touhou 12 was all about, I'm going to use either the power of Kaneko or the power of Suwako. That was the 2 shot types. She would either harness the power of Kaneko to use like a snake shot type that can aim at the enemy, or she would use Suwako, which would have her shoot frogs at the enemies that blow up and do like contact damage. In this game, because she's feeling more confident with herself, as that's what I like to think, she has ditched using both of their powers and decided to focus on using her own strengths instead. So Mighty Wind and Wind Blast are her own powers, including Grey Thaumaturgy. That's one of her spell cards in 10. Sane sucks in this game. I mean, she's not bad, but she's the Yuka of this game. She's a spread shot type, and spread shot types usually aren't that great. Still though, her bomb is pretty good. And Yomu. Gosh, Yomu. Yomu's a very, very weird character in 10 Desires. You know what? I will show her off real quick, because we're probably not going to play as her at all. So right off the bat, you can see that she has a familiar following her, and that seems pretty cool and all, you know, you can aim it depending on your direction, it goes to the opposite, but when you hold the focus button down, she charges, and if you heard that little ding, you can let go of the focus button and release a giant shockwave. Either the focus button or the shot button, really, you could let go of either of them. So basically, in order to play as Yomu, you gotta constantly charge your attack, release it, and to be fair, it does a significant amount of damage. Enough damage to basically handle the amount of DPS that you would have done if she was shooting normally. But if you're not paying attention to the sound effect, like I probably won't be when I'm streaming, you won't be able to hear the little ding for when it's ready. And until like a later Touhou game where they re-add Yomu, there's no like visual indicator for when it happens either. So Yomu's a very like complex character in this game. She can be fun, but she's too complex for me. Maybe one of these days I'll do like a playthrough with Yomu. Like maybe when I eventually do like a birthday stream where I play through all the Touhou games, I'll play as Yomu for this one. But in all respects, Marissa is still taking my cake here. My cake! No, petition for Touhou 21 to buff Marissa shot type. Oh my gosh. Thankfully, Reese's, Touhou 20 does Marissa wonders. Like, she is apparently, like, better than Reimu in that game, depending on the build that you give her with the gems. Like, if I remember correctly, Moon plus, well, just Moon in general is really good for Marissa because she has a lot of DPS in that game. Reimu still takes the cake in the final version, but in the context of the demo, and again, depending on which build you're going with for your gems, she is really, really good. So I'm really happy for Marissa in Touhou 20. One of them is definitely monetary greed. Oh, it's 100% Reimu. Yeah. Reimu is definitely monetary, probably jealousy. 100%. But yeah, Marissa is really good in Touhou 20. I can definitely say that. Oh my gosh. Despite playing that a couple days ago, I want to go back to that game again. It's like, I kind of felt like I'm cheaping myself out by not going back to Touhou 20 today. But I want to get through 13 so I can get to the fighting games and start, you know, making some good progress with this franchise. Next game we have after this is Hopeless Masquerade, and that's a game I've never played but wanted to play for the longest time. Hopeless Masquerade came out when I still had my Windows Vista PC back from like back from when I got it for 2009, and was we specifically purchased it for school purposes. So that PC could not run games. It could barely even run stuff like Final Fantasy XI or WoW back in the day, and you know, that's saying a lot considering those games didn't require much. They didn't require much resource power. Even like PS1 games, if I remember correctly, like I was using emulators back in the day. I think I might be confusing with my laptop, but I distinctly remember that I couldn't really play much emulator games either. Yeah, that PC was just not really all that good. I should probably explain what's happening in the context of the game. So you see these blue orbs that the enemies are dropping constantly. These are called the Divine Spirits. And when you collect a Divine Spirit, it adds to the Divine Spirit counter that you have at the bottom left of the screen. You fill up 3 of those Divine Spirit icons, and you can enter into a Spirit mode or Trance mode. Yeah, Spirit World is a thing in this game. Basically, Trance mode means you are completely invincible until the timer runs out. Your shot type is different. For Marissa, she has like magic missiles all the time. And if you collect a spell card piece or a life piece, it doubles the amount of its value. So that's going to be how you're going to get the resources in this game. You got to use the trance. And now I'm just imagining Marissa like Final Fantasy, where she trances and now she becomes like completely purple and naked. Also, we know some of us are here for Marissa's cake and plot. Oh, you know I am. Fighting games knew it. Yep.
The netherworld at night is eerie as ever.
Oh, do we have visitors? Hold on a moment, I'll prepare some tea. The stationary ghost Yuyuko Saigyoji. I remember when Yuyuko was announced for this game, and people saw her as a stage 1 boss, and I was like, how the mighty have fallen. No, she's literally just here because she's toying with us.
Hold up, no need to waste your time on me. I just want to hear if you know anything about those strange spirits.
Spirits? You mean me? Or the streamer? If you want to check up on me, you'll have to beat me first. If you want to know if I'm okay, then you gotta fight me. I'm using that later, Yuyuko. So, with the Divine Spirits being a collectible in this game, every time you're attacking a boss, they will constantly drop a Divine Spirit next to them or around them. So what I like to do early game is, or when I can, is I like to go next to the boss to collect the Divine Spirit, because it adds it to the counter. It's a very interesting game we play in 10 Desires, where we have to prioritize getting Divine Spirits. Dance of the Deadly Butterflies. So interesting thing about Yuyuko here is I think she has one more extra spell card than most Stage 1 bosses at this point have. I mean, that's kind of good. Her amount of spell cards are kind of gonna be the norm for Stage 1 bosses after this point. But like, Rumia and Wriggle, they didn't have like 3 spell cards. And again, Yuyuko is like Stage 6 territory. The only reason why we're fighting her here is literally because she's being a troll. I love the fact that Yuyuko is just, you are here to solve an incident that has nothing to do with me, but I still want to fight you because this is Touhou and I'm a bitch. She's not necessarily a bitch. She's playful. She's a tease, like me. Oh man, get used to that ticking noise from the from the magic missiles. That's going to be a constant from this game forward.
Alright, now tell me like you promised. What are all these divine spirits running around?
These divine spirit children, bundles of human desire. Ghostly as they may be, they are not related to the spirits here.
Desires? Thought it might be something like that. Sorry for the bother.
So where will you go now? Perhaps to the cemetery behind the temple?
Oh-ho!
And Marissa knows Yuyuko's game, so Yuyuko, being actually quite wise than how she usually lets on, knows exactly what's going on, where the incident originated from, and how to solve it. So she gave Marissa a small hint, and Marissa's like, I knew it would be good to come see you. So we are on the road to the Myorin Temple. This is close to the entrance of Myorin Temple, which is where Byakuran has created her basically sanctuary. Now, in the context of Touhou from this point onward, Byakuran and the monks, or the yokai monks, will essentially become recurring characters from this point onward. And they will become important for the rest of this particular arc, and actually the next arc too, because they will be common characters in the fighting games. I love Byakuran. I think I said it in the last stream, but well, in Touhou 12 stream, but Byakuran is like one of my favorite characters. She quickly rose the ranks to become one of my favorites, and like she's a very enjoyable character. Okay, so I don't really understand why, and I have to like stress this out right now. I played this game a numerous amount of times to get that off-screen 1cc, and I've noticed some weird things. Specifically at this point in the game, this point to the stage, those like 3 fairies that showed up that dropped the green divine spirits, as you see at like the top of the screen, that is a bomb piece. You collect it and you get a piece. Sometimes 2 extra fairies show up after you kill those 3 fairies, and they have life pieces. But this time they didn't show up. It's random from what I gather, but, well, I have like this theory that I can't really prove because there's literally no information about this anywhere on the internet. Sometimes when I go to the top of the screen and I kill those guys super fast, that is when those fairies don't show up. So either it's because I kill them super fast or because it's just actually randomized. I don't know. And it weirds me out because nobody ever talks about it. I don't get it. Like, there's barely much information in terms of like resource management in this game from what I can find. And the unfortunate thing about 10 Desires is it does like the most arduous thing that I really hate in Touhou games, where the amount of resource points you need in order to get like a new life or bomb is super high, like way higher than it should be. Like, look at that, I need 8 life pieces to get a life, and that will increase every time I get a life, to the point where I think I need like 18 pieces. It's so strange. Okay. I tried not to go to the top of the screen here. And no, only bombs. I don't understand it. Doug, I'm 99% sure there's a Final Fantasy IX mod for that. I would love a Final Fantasy IX mod where instead of Vivi, it's Marissa, and like all the characters are replaced with Touhou characters. That would be awesome. I would totally play that game. If you saw the lunatic mode for this stage, you'll see why she stayed as a final boss. Oh, okay. I've never actually seen the lunatic version. I wonder if she has like an extra spell card. Yuka really said, "I'm bored and I'm not hungry for once." Oh, a human? Let me mess with that. That pretty much was her entire attitude in Scarlet Weather Rhapsody, and I loved her in that game. Hey, Innocents. Those 2 extra fairies show up only if you kill those 3 fairies fast enough. Thank you for finally... I've finally gotten closure on this information that I have been, like, bothered by for so long. And no one has ever talked about it. I've looked up like gameplay videos of this game, like runs, score runs, etc., and there's no one ever talks about it. But now I finally know, and thank you. This also applies to the fairies at the very end of the stage. So I didn't kill them fast enough. Good to know. All right. So my plan for this stage, if I have to replay it due to not getting a 1cc, if, you know, I probably won't at this point. Because I already lost a bunch of light points. I will have to, like, shoot them down as fast as possible. Got it. Yokai Jesus, there isn't much wrong with her. One of the more saner and smarter people in Touhou, and rather uses it for kindness. Oh, totally, yeah. It's one of the reasons why I like her in the first place.
Man, this temple's totally aimed at yokai. A yokai was even on sweeping duty earlier. Good morning. Good morning.
This is Kyoko. I love her. She's a good doggo.
Oh, morning. You're too quiet. Getcha, getcha.
I don't know what Gyate means.
You're the one that's too loud. It's way too early.
Same. It's like literally noon where I am, but considering everybody's still sleeping. The thought of Vivi being replaced causes me physical grief. Why would you say that? I know, I'm sorry. I love Vivi, but it would still be funny. Echoing Sutra chant, Kyoko Kashodani, or Kasodani.
You mean to deny my purpose of existence. Despite how I may seem, I'm a Yamabiko. If I turn a deaf ear after getting my specialty yell rejected, I'd be losing my worth as a yokai.
Yeah, I believe her specific species of yokai is known for their bellowing screeches and yells atop of mountains. So that literally is kind of her only reason to exist. And if you deny that, then she, you know, no longer exists anymore. So Marissa, you want to murder her. Power Resonance. Kyoko has some really fun spells due to the fact that Zune translates her yelling as this sort of like force field. So she's keeping the bullets in this like box force field with her voice and then releases them. Really, really fun. I like it. Some of her patterns can be a little easy, but for all intents and purposes, she is still a fun boss fight. Although there are some times where I am not very good at her boss fight, and I end up getting, like, clipped by a... Spoke too soon! Alright, well, I'm not gonna lose a life on stage 1. We're gonna retry that. Unfortunately, the reason why I stopped practicing this game was because I got super anal with stage 1 and stage 2. Because there are times where I will accidentally like run into a bullet during Kyoko's spell card, or like not get those life points in like stage 2, I constantly have to reset. And that's the reason why I stopped practicing this game, because I was like, why won't this work? And like, I had proven that I can get a 1cc. I still have the replay, but still. Typically speaking, I want to do my 1cc's on screen for this series. I could just save like a replay of me doing a 1cc and I could do some commentary over it, but that wouldn't really be all that fun. Because then you guys wouldn't see the actual effort that I put into things. I mean, heck, those extra stage videos and Phantasm stage videos for Touhou 7 was like my favorite moment in these Touhou streams, because like those were literally nothing but me testing and practicing those stages and eventually getting good enough to actually beat Ran and Yukari, and like I was so proud of myself at the end. Yukari was like a really, really fun boss fight. So was Ran 2. Required me to actually think about, okay, how can I dodge this? Can I actually dodge this? Can I actually, like, use a bomb here and be okay with using it, etc., etc. I think the only way to balance out how horrendous the amount of life pieces needed to get a life is that the life drops increases often during the stages. Yeah, if, like, you would constantly get more and more life pieces in, like, stage 4 as opposed to, like, stage 2, which for all intents and purposes, for stage 5 of this game, it does do that, but not in the exact amount that should give you an actual life. Like, if you're not using Spirit World or the trance system, you're not getting a life by getting all the life pieces in stage 5. Even if you need, like, 8 pieces, it's still not enough. Yeah, she's basically like the best alarm clock, Kyoko. Heck, I'm pretty sure the fandom has done like so many jokes at this point. I am pretty sure there's like either artwork or a video out there somewhere where Kyoko is just an alarm clock, and I can totally envision that. Heck, in the context of the canon, Kyoko is actually a rock star. Her and Mystia Lorelei from Touhou 8, the Night Sparrow, who has the ability to inflict blindness with her voice, or I think just in general she can inflict blindness, but she has like a very bellowing voice. Both of them have formed a rock band and perform periodically. I forget the name of their group, but like they also wear like leather jackets constantly, and it's like this whole gig. And both Kyoko and Mystia, in the context of the canon and fanon for that matter, have become like really good friends at this point. In fact, one of the most critically acclaimed Touhou fan games, Mystia's Izakaya, is apparently all about Kyoko and Mystia's friendship and them owning a restaurant, an izakaya stand. I have that game and I really, really want to play it at some point. I know there's also like a bunch of DLC for it, so once I purchase all the DLC, I think I will play that. As some wise man once said, I forgot Koshi was there. Part of the fun is the journey itself. Exactly. It's like I could technically just show the replay, but I don't want to. I have more fun actually like showing you guys the process and all that. I sure hope I keep that mentality when we get to Touhou 15 though. Touhou 15 is going to be an interesting case because I love that game. I love that game's story, boss fights, OST, literally everything about the game is like awesome. But, by gosh, that game is difficult. That game is extremely difficult. For obvious reasons. I mean, the game is built on the pretenses that you have to retry boss patterns over and over and over again. Unless you're playing Legacy Mode. Actually, no, even if you're playing Legacy Mode, you still have to retry those boss patterns. Because, well, no, you don't have to retry them, but the difficulty doesn't change. The bosses are still as hard as they would be if you were playing like point device mode. Okay, there we are. So, let's activate this, get those pieces, and there we go. We have 7 out of 8 lives. Well, 7 out of 8 life pieces. And just watch that. Once we get the next life piece, it's going to skyrocket the amount of pieces we need for our next life. Junko and Hikaria as well. Oh gosh, I'm not even going to make it to Hikaria. Junko, however, I want to. And of course, me being the Marissa stan that I am, I'm going to be playing that game as Marissa. And it's like, Marissa is still powerful in that game. Her magic missiles are not something that you should sleep on. But she's definitely not as useful as, say, like Raisin if you want to get a 1cc. Because Raisin is like, well, I mean, she has like 3 shields for a bomb. And there we go, look at that, 10 pieces now. And it's going to continue to increase. I've learned that my lasers is actually really good against those particular fairies. Actually, my lasers is pretty good for the most of this stage. Marissa has pretty much adopted the Touhou 12 lasers, and for all intents and purposes, I don't know how to feel about them. They're kind of meh. Wow, they still didn't show up. Yeah, I guess the life piece fairies didn't show up there. Or maybe it's those 2 extra fairies that drop bomb pieces. Those were the ones that you can activate. I don't know. From my memory, I don't think I've ever activated 2 extra, like, life fairies at the end of that stage. Maybe they don't actually exist. Or maybe I just never actually killed those 2 fairies at the beginning fast enough. Either way. Hekaria is pronounced Hekaria. New information to me. Wait, really? That's how you pronounce her name? I know she's based off of the goddess of magic well, goddess of the underworld, goddess of magic, etc., from Grecian mythology. Would that be pronounced Hekare then? Or Hekate? I've always pronounced it as Hekate. Or Hecate. But then again, you know, mythological / religious religious pronunciations are always different, so it could be another one of those cases. Yeah, you gotta be fast for the light piece fairies. There are light piece fairies at the very end of the stage as well, but you've got to be quick about it. Okay. I guess I've never actually been quick enough to get those. That's always unfortunate. Yeah, same, Rhesus. I always pronounce things how they're spelled unless I am told otherwise. Specifically, like a good example of that in the context of Touhou is Tenchi. Tenchi's last name, apparently, due to how Japanese works and the pronunciations of certain things, Hinanawi, which is how you would pronounce it like phonetically if you were to just sound out the actual word, it's actually not Hinanawi, it's Hinanai, because the W is silent. And it's like, I learned about that recently. So for the entirety of Touhou 10, I pronounced it as the correct way, Hinanai. Same as how I pronounced Te as Te instead of Tewi, which was how I always pronounced it when I was young. Hey, Scar. Hikacia. Oh, that's an interesting pronunciation. Hikacia. Dang it, I wish I can remember that because, like, like how I feel, like how Tewi is Te. Exactly. It sucks because I probably won't remember Hekacia unless I like say it over and over again. Hey guys, did you know that the goddess of the underworld is Hekacia? Because I sure didn't until just now.
Getting squabbled by a yokai. Today ain't my lucky day.
I mean, to be fair, we did.
Today ain't my lucky day. An echo spirit, huh? So all you do is parrot things back. That is all I do, so don't tease me about it.
Gosh, I didn't know she parroted things.
Well, where are you off to? She mentioned the cemetery behind the temple. Feels a little awkward fooling around near graves.
Marissa, don't act like you've never done that before. Hekacia. Hey Scar, did you know that the goddess of the underworld is Hekacia? It's Hekacia lapis lazuli. Or lapis lazuli. Oh great, another thing that I'm probably mispronouncing. Or how did Steven Universe pronounce it? Lazuli. Which is like, I don't know how to feel about that one. That's a pronunciation I can't really get behind. Okay, so if I remember correctly, there are a couple of fairies here somewhere that will activate. Yeah, these ones. I think if I kill them fast enough... There we go. Yeah, I think those life pieces also don't show up if you don't kill the bomb fairies fast enough. This game is apparently chock full of that stuff. Well, now I finally have, like, confirmation as to why that's a thing. Because, like, again, that was bothering me for the longest time. I feel like she should be a parrot, not a dog. I know, right? Alright, who's ready for another surprise return?
Yeah, hear that.
This game is, like, chock full of returning characters. Trouble Forgotten Item, Kogasa Tatada.
Oh, you came at a good time.
I saw this girl I've never seen before watch back there. Or keeping watch back there. But no matter how much I shoot her, I always lose by timeout. What? Legit references to the actual gameplay mechanics?
So could you please do something about her, please? Oh, even a yokai is at a loss. Very interesting. I'll wipe you two out together.
Why me? This poor, sad yokai. Marissa, please don't kill the blacksmith, or the human village's babysitter, or the local person who scares everybody. Yeah, Kagasa has like a lot of day jobs to the point where she's kind of just like the lifeblood of the human village when you really think about it. She's a babysitter for human children. She's a blacksmith. I mean, what can't she do? Oh, you know what? I just realized I should have activated the spirit when I was at the end of Kogasa, because like that was a huge life spirit that I could have gotten. Oh well, a mistimed use of my trance gauge. It is what it is. I guess we won't be killing Humbaba in 3 hits instead of 4. I guess Vivi won't be killing the Black Waltz instantly instead of 3 turns. I've heard about Final Fantasy IX potentially getting a remaster / remake at some point, and one thing, look, I don't care what the remake is. As long as they give me the ability to hold the trance gauge and use it when I want to use it, I'm perfectly fine with whatever they're going to do with that game. Because that's like my biggest, hardest, like, hatred of that game is that you can't use the trance system at points where you want to use it. Like, once the trance activates, it's like, well, guess that's a waste. Is there cars in these games? No, but there's a motorcycle in, like, a couple games from now. That's true. There's instances in Stage 4 and 5 of extra resource fairies spawning if you kill enemies quick enough, but I think in those stages it's for extra bomb pieces and not lives. Well, at least it's extra bomb pieces, so I don't really care about that. But still, that's so annoying. It's so annoying, especially if you don't know about that. Or if you're playing as a character who can't kill things quickly, like Sane. It's nice whenever they go and break the fourth wall. I know, right?
Yeah, I do. I care for that game.
I care for the game too, Scar, I do.
Where's this girl Kagasa mentioned? I feel a warm breeze. Don't come any closer.
This is no place for the likes of you to enter. It's a zombie. Is that so? Okay, Nobunaga.
So who is this? So who is it a good place for?
Who's it good for?
What are you protecting?
What am I guarding?
This won't result in a conversation. Is your brain rotted?
Kind of is, yeah. The loyal undead, Yoshika Miyako, are Jiangshi, or zombie. Chinese zombie, specifically. Rotten as I may be, I'm a Jiangshi and something else. We were revived to protect the mausoleum.
Jiangshi, eh? Oh, so you really are rotten.
I cannot let you enter. Rigid Paradise, great song. Though I can't quite remember why. But if you want to become one of us, feel free. Typical Jiangshi with the talisman tag on their forehead, which is signifying the orders that they're given by a summoner. Or in the context of Eastern stuff, I think like a Taoist. Taoists are usually known to contract Jiangshis, which I guess gives a good indicator for what we're going to be facing in this game. Alright, now the problem with Yoshika is she has this awful mechanic in her boss fight where she heals due to the divine spirits. And I had to bomb that. Damn it. Well, at least we survived. And there's a light piece. There's a light piece up there. Damn it! I don't think I got the light piece, sadly. Poison nail, poison rays. What suddenly is Digimon. Poison Nail! Wow, I was right in the middle of Poison Nail. Yeah, so another thing I should probably mention in this game is that it's very important to, like, rush to the top of the boss and collect all of the divine spirits before they disappear, because they are on a timer. The boss does give you enough time to, like, wrap around them, but you have to do that if you want to collect resources. It's really, really nasty. Also, hello, Jack. I see your comment. We're playing Touhou today, so there's a lot of, like, me dodging bullets and not able to see stuff. We're fighting Jiangxis, zombies that are sent by summoners. Save up Desire Spirit Invitation. Okay, this one is the weird one. You gotta rush to the Divine Spirits, absorb them before she does, because if she absorbs all of them, she heals. She heals via Divine Spirits. Her ability is to eat and devour stuff. So that is in context for this attack. Ah, damn it. I ran straight into the laser, sadly. This one is really, really difficult because, like, she's going to heal a tiny bit no matter what. You may just end up timing this out. Since I failed, I'm not gonna bother trying to beat it. But yeah, if you don't go to the top and absorb those spirits, like, throughout the spell card, you will just lose it via timeout. Byakurin goes around pulling a Burgun truck in here. That's a good one. After this, it's Seiga time. Or no, Seiga time. I know, different character, but similar spelling. You know, I feel like Yoshika should have lower health because she does heal. I know, right? Ugh. It's so difficult because, like, you have to do that. You have to do that in that final spell. Even if you're playing as, like, Marissa with, like, massive DPS, you still have to do that. Curse you, I'm done for.
Ah, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Fighting a zombie in a cemetery? What kind of third-rate movie is this?
This isn't a movie. I'm a zombie.
So, do you know anything about these divine spirits?
Nah, it's okay. Divine spirits? What are those? Are they nutritious? Well, you did eat them.
I was a fool to think I could make conversations with a corpse. Oh, you rest in peace now. Amen.
When it's 10 p.m., wake me up.
I'm not going to wake you up.
Oh, it's like me asking Scar or Nexus to wake me up, which you guys didn't! I remember asking you guys to wake me up at a certain time the other day, and it's like, nobody woke me up. Why didn't anybody wake me up? I told you to. This theme song, Desire Drive. I don't know why, but this song was like the most... I'm almost tempted to just restart, but you know, we're going. This song was kind of the most, like, well-known and popular song in Touhou 10 Desires for some reason. It's a good song. I'm not really that big of a fan of it. I'm more of a fan of the boss theme, actually. In fact, that's kind of like one of my favorite boss themes in the Touhou franchise, actually. Alright, I'm gonna bomb this just to get these resources.
And there she is.
Here she is. Speaking of summoner slash Taoist, this is Seiga Kaku, or Seiga Nyanyan. Nyanyan, I think, is just a term used for, like, princesses or ladies in high power in Chinese.
In Chinese.
Speaking of which, Yang Zhaogui. She has a lot of spell cards that are named after specific Taoist or Chinese methods. I think that specific term is used for some sort of, like, Taoist ritual. Also, evil sign. That's a good indicator that she's a good person. Yes. I bet she's wonderful at parties. This is a very long spell because you're constantly being chased around by these orbs. By these Orbeez! Die. I don't know if she has a hitbox, but I'm not testing it.
Nyan Nyan is also Nya, which is a cat. Seiga Kitty.
Has anyone ever made Sega with, like, cat ears? I'm sure they have, but I want to see it. Alright, lasers are actually really good for this section, too. I do like the song, it's just I'm not as crazy about it as most people. Alright. So many divine spirits. activate. Because I want these resources. I want to save it as long as possible because these things show up. Alright, kill. Kill. It was a bomb, so I didn't really care about getting it with spirit mode anyways. Reimu can just barely shoot her down during her final spell on normal without collecting his spirits. I don't know about Marissa. Another instance where Reimu is for some reason more powerful than Marissa at this point in the franchise. Almost like Zune doesn't care about Marissa anymore. Just give us Marissa fans something. And he did. He eventually did, thankfully. Thank you, Touhou 20. But I don't know if they did it because of the Nyan Nyan part. Me neither.
Oh ho! There's a meaningful looking door with
Obvious Chinese-inspired designs.
no choice but to go in. Welcome! So you've been guided here as well? Yeah, I was. By some weird ghost and a corpse. It seems you took care of my cute underling just now.
The wicked hermit who passes through walls, Seiga Kaku. Yes, I believe her ability is specifically to pass through walls or objects using the wand that she has in her hair. Seiga's a very fascinating character. She has a very rich history and backstory. Unfortunately, way too long for me to explain here. Basically, she was this noblewoman who had a desire to find more in her life, and her father, being a Taoist monk, she decided to follow that tradition by faking her own death and going to the mountains to become a hermit. A very wicked act that caused her to gain the scorn of the heavens. So she could never actually like ascend to become a full celestial, which is what hermitdom requires you to do. So she's considered very wicked and evil, and yeah. that's just the tip of what she is, but like her backstory is very, very fascinating. Desire Drive wasn't really on my radar for the longest time, but over the past year, something unlocked in my brain, and now it's almost my favorite TD theme. I don't know what happened. It's genuinely a good song. It took me a while to warm up to it. Like, I was also not really crazy about it, too. It's definitely in my top 5 of this game. Actually, it might be top 6, because there's a lot of really good songs in this game. But Sega's theme still beats it for me. Marissa thoughts is colorful door, time to loot. Marissa in a nutshell. That works wonders in Touhou 16.
It seems you just took care of my cute underling.
Oh yeah, she's also really into Yoshika, her little underling.
So then you're its boss. Dumping corpses isn't a very admirable behavior, you know.
Dumping? No, I haven't dumped her at all. She's still my girlfriend. Yuko!
Once you become a corpse, you can't die any further than that.
Whoa, who are you? What time is it?
Still morning.
Actually, it is still morning over here.
An early riser. Good girl, good girl. Now, can you handle another round, old Yuan-Xian? With this girl who has absorbed all the divine spirits that gathered in the tomb.
Probably one of my favorite boss themes in the franchise. Don't know about that, but it's definitely up there.
Guess there's no choice. If you want to kill a general, shoot his horse. Prepare yourself, said Sun Tzu.
And Yoshika's like, oh, I know Sun Tzu. We used to have a lot of laughs before I killed him. Johorumo. So this is technically a double battle, but unlike usual double battles, Yoshika has a health bar, and when you defeat Yoshika, she gets knocked out. And Seiga uses a big ability to bring her back to life. Because she's a zombie, she can never die. It's kind of like fighting Fujiwara if Fujiwara was also being controlled by Kane or something. Or if like Fujiwara was like super weak, defensive-wise. Because like Yoshika does not have a lot of health. But the important one to take out is in fact Seiga. Yoshika is literally just to get her out of the way, and if you don't kill Yoshika fast enough, there are moments where you could potentially get, like, walled. The trick to the non-spells is to not move. Those, those bullets that Seiga's firing are all aimed at around your position. So if you don't move around too much, they will just be in one spot, which will lead to a easier time to dodge the kunais. Corpse Tongji. Curvy lasers! Yay! I would recommend trying to kill Yoshika because she gets closer and closer to the bottom of the screen, and it actually gives you more time to shoot down Sega. Sega lifts her corpse girlfriend and then does a big attack. Yeah, so their relationship is very much heavily implied to be like a romantic one, or at the very least a one-sided romantic one. Gosh, I'm surprised I actually made it through that. Anyone else also get like Yukari Necrophantasia vibes from this song? Because I always have. Alright, these knives have a little bit of a weird hitbox. Best to just stay in the center of the screen. Stay in the center and Yoshika will never kill you. But there are times where it gets a little too scary, so I'm just gonna bomb this. Yeah, Touhou 16 practice, there's gonna be a lot of bad shit in that one. Tau fetal movement. The process and ritual involving a fetus and its sacrifice. It's an actual Taoist ritual, and it's kind of disturbing, really. Alright, there are times where I can't stay at the center because of pretty much everything, but like, this spell is actually really, really fun. Seiga, I'm sorry, I said the name different. Seiga is actually my favorite boss in the entire game, just because of how, like, really fun it is to dodge her patterns and all that. I can very much see that in this song, but I think it's more on and off. Yeah, I think it's one of those situations where it's just Zune using a very similar sounding leitmotif, but it has no correlation to it whatsoever. Unlike in Touhou 16, where the final boss theme is totally using Necrophantasia, and I don't care what Zune says, it's totally Necrophantasia. The age-old joke that Sega is very into corpses. Yep. She's a necrophile, but then again, she's also a Taoist who might as well just be a superhuman at this point, so she doesn't really give a damn. How splendid! You're not an ordinary human, are you? I was gonna say, I didn't say any battle damage, and then I did. Okay, so we did hurt her. I'm an ordinary magician. Come, no need to be modest. Oh, she's telling me to come. Okay, sorry. For a flesh and blood human to be able to fight me is truly amazing. Okay then, I'm an amazingly normal magician. So, what are your goals here? What was it again? Ah, that's it. Grave looting, archaeological investigation. It's a pretty academic goal. I'm also interested in the divine spirits gathering here, academically. Divine spirits, They're actually vulgar spirits hoping for her powers to turn them into real divine spirits. Oh, interesting. So they're not actual full divine spirits just yet. I think that it's both mischievous but also a bit panicked. Because she isn't as powerful as Yukari. Oh, totally, yeah. Like, there's really no correlation between Seiga and Yukari at all, really. Actually, I think the only correlation you can make is that both use Taoist arts, because I believe onmyoji is the process of Taoism. If I have my onmyoji lore corrected. Because like shikigamis are used in Taoist traditions. Nope. Damn it, I didn't collect that life in time. I'm not getting many life points. I think I might just have to rely on basic dodging at this point onward. Yeah, later on, 10 Desires gets really, really difficult when it comes to, like, life management. You have, like, a really difficult time managing your life. Like, there's a lot of scheduling that you have to do. No. Hey, Soga no Tojika! I have gained this, like, huge respect for Tojika ever since I played Artificial Dreams in Arcadia, the Touhou Shin Megami Tensei fan game, which I do need to get back to one of these days, because I haven't finished it yet. And, like, oh my gosh, Tojika's such a fun character in that game. Gaigoji Cyclone. Unfortunately, and this is something for later on, like specifically this boss fight that we're going to be doing in this stage, there's a lot of Japanese-inspired mythological information in this game, especially with these next boss fights that we're going to encounter. I wanted to do some research beforehand so that I could have a lot to say about them, but I didn't because like I didn't have enough time to do research about the Soga period and the Mononobe period and Prince Shotoku and all that. So, you know, unfortunately, I'll just have to save that for when I eventually read this game's omakes. But, like, yeah, there's a lot of Japanese-inspired, like, stuff in this game, and considering I'm a huge Sengoku fan, or a Sengoku period fan, this is kind of like my bread and butter. Alright, oh, wait, I have the spirit gauge. Mine. Ooh, more for me! Well, I can't necessarily get those. There we go. Ooh, not bad. Not a bad stage 5. Oh yeah, stage 5 theme is like so iconic. I love it. I did? Oh, awesome. I guess it didn't completely disappear, which is good. Yeah, I love stage 5's theme, especially the beginning, like the harmonizing in the background. I haven't mentioned this yet, but Touhou 13, 10 Desires. Zune did an interesting thing with the OST here, where he added like this sort of like, pardon the pun, but a trance backtrack to all of the songs. And it's like, you can definitely hear it. Not only that, every single song in this game, barring the final boss, has its own different version of it that plays when you're in the spirit world. Hey, no worries, Reese's. Glad to see you and hope to see you again. So every single song in this game has a spirit world version where it basically just it removes the melody and has the backtrack be the main focus of the song. And some of those like spirit world versions of songs are like really, really good. I love Old Yuanxian Spirit World version, the extra stage Spirit World version. The boss fight that we're going to be encountering now, their Spirit World version is good. Like, pretty much all of them are amazing. And that's the cool thing. You basically get twice the amount of an OST. Have a good game. Hope you win. Thank you, Reese's. If I don't win this run, I'll definitely do another run. So, yeah, we'll do it.
Where's the door to this thing?
Oh right, this character. A fateful day hath finally come. I love this character. She has become one of my favorites thanks to her speech. Thou who hast praised my resurrection, speak anon and name thyself.
Congratulations.
Thou mayest collect me, Mononobe no Futo.
Shikaisen from ancient Japan. A Shikaisen, I believe, is a
reincarnated person through the act of a Taoist ritual where they basically forego their original body and impart their soul into an object. Now, an interesting thing is that Mononobe no Futo and Soga no Tojika, the mid-boss, went through this act. Ignoring all the like big Japanese history, I'm just going to go with the characters themselves right now. So Mononobe is from the Mononobe clan. Soga is from the Soga clan, obviously. They had a little bit of a beef in history, so both of them went through this process of reincarnation via becoming Shikaisen. But before the process that Soga had to went to, or yeah, Soga no Tojika. Before Soga no Tojika went through her process of becoming a Shikaisen, Mononobe burned the object that she was going to impart her soul into, and therefore turned Tojika into a ghost. So that's the reason why Tojiko, as a sprite and as a design, doesn't have any legs. She's actually a ghost. So Mononobe is kind of an asshole. And she went through the process just fine. So she is now a reincarnated human whose soul has been imparted into a plate. Don't ask why. Just that's how it is. But yeah, love her name, love her design, love her style. She's so funny. My return doth betoken that who once deny the crown prince's resurrection hath appeared. Is it not so? Is that so?
I really have no idea.
'Tis most sarest so. I was laid to rest here that I might defend this tomb if need arose.
I don't really get it, but it looks like there might be some treasure waiting for me in that tomb.
Just for context's sake, this entire tomb is located behind the door underneath the Myoran Temple.
At last thou hast revealed thy true nature. The protection of my house from such miscreant thieves as thee is the purpose of my resurrection. Inscribe unto thy very body this fusion of the secret art of the Mononobe and the way of the Tao. Alright, Mononobe no Futo, I believe her ability is specifically the manipulation of chi. If you have read enough fiction like I have, you would know that chi manipulation is actually quite powerful. Heaven sign, Rainy Iwafune. She also has a boat. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat, motherfucker. Damn it. There's a process to this spell. I just completely forgot about it. Basically, you want to try to chase after her, go to the bottom to dodge these layers and all that. The arrows are probably going to be the thing that will snipe you. Fitting. Mononobe has a really fun song, too. It's, like, very jovial, but also incredibly, like, powerful and playful. She definitely has, like, one of my favorite themes in this game. Pretty much all the bosses do. Like, 10 Desires is just, like, a big win for pretty much everybody in terms of OSTs. Mononobe's 80 Sake Cup. Because I think there's a lore, there's a folktale about the Mononobe clan owning, like, 80 sake cups. Hence why she's obsessed with plates for some reason. In any case, this is very claustrophobic. Claustrophobic the spell. Thankfully, Marissa's, attacks are quite powerful. At some point, I just decide to, like, go into the pattern itself. Blaze Wind of Haibutsu. You see that orange line? It's going straight to the bottom. And I unfortunately went to the wrong direction, so... Oh! That's the thing with flame bullets in this game. You can never know, like, where they are, and it's really difficult to judge where they're at. Or at least for me. I'm not a big fan of, like, glowy bullets. And this isn't even the worst in this game. There's a different type of glowy bullets later on. I can't read that. Omonomi's Dinner. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that horribly, but this is all about dodging. Dodging and following the pattern. This is actually quite fun. You just have to be patient. Be patient, don't be confused by the pattern. I believe she follows you, but I'm not sure. Ooh. Almost got confused at the end there, but that's a really fun pattern. Ugh. Hast thou conditioned thy body for this event? Yeah, for my health. Alas, my power doth lack greatly its usual potency so soon after resurrection. In such a state as this, I was without resource to prevent my defeat. Lame excuse. Not that I mind, though. Well then, with that, I'll be investigating inside. Nay, stay a moment. These shades that doth linger about the art. Vulgar spirits, mayhaps? The Crown Prince hath been resurrected. I cannot remain here like this. Excuse me if thou wouldest. Hey, just gonna leave me here? Just as she said to wait. Well, whatever. Guess I can come in then. Alright, get ready for the most trance-inducing theme in the entire game. Fucking love this song. Stage 6 theme is literally just like a trance club, and I absolutely adore it. We're inside the divine spirit of the mausoleum. A pocket dimension where divine spirits have been housed and continue to lay bare. Why? Well, we're gonna find out. Apparently, the Crown Prince had been resurrected. There's some sort of Crown Prince, and they're housed somewhere in this particular area. So one thing I will say is that I'm a big fan of, like, the religious war arc of Touhou, specifically all the games that have to do, like, with the religious characters being introduced. Byakuran was, like, my favorite Touhou character.
The character that we're gonna meet here, I love them too. Like, literally every single game from Touhou 10 to Touhou 13 has, like, my favorite story and my favorite concepts. And as a Japanese nut, or a Japanese mythology nut, this pretty much speaks to me on a hobbyist level.
This place is bigger than I thought. Now then, is there anything of value here?
Well, there's a lot of spirits, but there is. Dun 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 dun! I love this character. This place is filled with priceless valuables that are irreplaceable. And her earmuffs. She kind of gives me like, Neku Sakuraba from The World Ends With You vibes, specifically because of her headphones.
Whoops, someone showed up.
Take a look around. Shotoku Taoist, Toyosata Mimi no Miko. This is the reincarnated version of the real historical figure, Prince Shotoku, of Japanese, specifically ancient Japanese. Don't necessarily know which era, but all I know is that they were an actual figure and that they are apparently on the yen, the yen bill. Reincarnated in Gensokyo as a female, apparently. So I guess you could also say that she's like the first trans character if you really want to think about that. Like, yeah, sure, go ahead. I do. I love Neku seeing Miko for the first time when I first got into the series. Tripped me up like crazy. Yeah, me too. Especially since I'm also the same. I got into Twiwi after I played Touhou 13, so I'm like, Neku Sakura, Toyosata Mimi no Miko. It's so weird. These transient lights, like stars in the sky, each and every one of them is a human desire. Or, damn it, I skipped over that. One might say that this mausoleum is Gensokyo's Akashic Records. Oh, I love that band. They make some pretty good remixes.
Understanding everything from desires, I finally understand now. You're gathering the divine spirits here, didn't you?
That's right. Although technically speaking, not entirely so. I believe it's just due to the fact that she was reincarnated that all the divine spirits came here. So like they were kind of drawn to her power.
Eh?
These desires gathered here themselves. Oh, exactly. After instinctively sensing my resurrection.
How convenient.
Shotoku legend, true administrator. To one such as I, who has seen each of your 10 desires, your past and your future are visible. You will defeat me here, and then search this mausoleum.
Oh, so you don't mind if I beat you?
You can never manage to govern over these desires either way. My ability to hear and understand 10 desires at once is necessary for that. She's not wrong. Now, attempt to defeat me and lay bare your own desire. Great song, love the incorporation of guitars. This is going to be a tough battle. I'm going to try to 1cc this, so I may have to use some bombs here and there. Don't know if I have enough resources for it though. Color of 12 levels. Summons giant lines with these arrow bullets. I think we just have to survive for a couple of seconds and then they disappear. Yep. Should destroy the spell by then. Yeah. I still want to collect these. I don't know if I'll be able to get 16 more life pieces, but it's worth a try. These blue popcorn bullets are very difficult to dodge. Never my favorites. Taoists of the land of the rising sun. This is where the glowy bullets come in, and I always bomb this because I hate dealing with these glowy bullets. How? How? I got through that, but how? They're so hard on the eyes, that's the problem. Alright. She also does the Byakuran thing where she summons a giant aura behind her. Or I guess that's a Yuyuko thing, really. Alright, just go through the maze. Be calm and go through the maze. Or bomb. Royal Clan's Chaotic Dance. Who's ready for a Sonic reference? Get a load of this! Yeah, so she summons her two friends, or two associates, and they make a bunch of Sonic references in their dialogue for some reason. The more the... You know what they say. The more the merrier. Oh, man. It's too bad Scar isn't here to see this.
It's no use.
It's not over yet. Oh, that's a Solid Snake reference. Or a Liquid Snake reference. It gets more and more dense as time goes on, so you definitely don't want it to last too long. At some point, I may just have to bomb this because it's getting way too dense. Yeah, it's too dense. I can usually do that, but like, not that time. Playtime is over. Wow, she really loves Sonic, apparently.
Square Enix and Sonic. What else do you not love, Miko?
I have no bombs, so I gotta do this legitimately for the first time ever. Wow, that's actually fun.
Armillary Spear of Ikaruga-deru.
Literally Ikaruga. Best thing to do is to just follow it when it glows up. Yeah. Best not to even dodge it from underneath. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. That was scary. Oh, I've never dodged like that before. Oh. It lasts forever though. Oh. Yeah, this lasts forever if you just follow it. Damn it! I saw that coming. Oh, I saw that coming. Halo of the Goose Cannon. The Goose Cannon. Fucking love the name of the Goose Cannon. Well, at least it did a lot of damage against it anyways. Oh, damn it, I bombed. We may not get that 1cc after all. Oh.
She's scary.
Laser of the 17 articles. I don't think this one disappears. Yeah, it gets faster too. Oh. Oh, wow. I can't believe I got through that. How? How was that possible? Alright, final spell. Divine Stars on the Divine Spirit Mausoleum. They will aim at your position. Do not make it like Jack the Ludobile. You do not want to deal with Jack the Ludobile. Every single fucking time. It's aimed at your position, so just go to the other side of the screen. You'll dodge it. Oh, from the other side from the bottom of the screen. Nice. Can't. Oh no, I was supposed to save that. Because then this happens. No! Kill her, kill her, kill her, kill her, kill her. Kill her. No, she can't get hard by the treads. No. We were so close. That was actually the final spell. You do have a trance gauge if you need it. Oh, it was so good. I should have used it. I know, that was so close. Well, screw it. We're gonna retry, and this time we're gonna make sure we can do it. There was a lot of mistakes that I made. Specifically, I think I died in stage 3 against Yoshika's final. And I think I bombed at some point in one of her spells too. And I think I also died in stage 5. So I made a lot of mistakes here. If I remember correctly, in my 1cc replay, I think I managed to get to the end with no resources. Like, I think I used up all of my life in bombs. It was either that or Touhou 20. Or Touhou 20, Touhou 12. And then again, we managed to do that and have a couple of extra lives to spare during the actual live stream of that game, which, like, surprised me. I still can't believe... I'm still reeling over the fact that I managed to 1cc Touhou 12 more than once. I'm not exaggerating when I say that Touhou 12 was, like, the first big Touhou game, or that I wanted to, like, 1cc when I first got into the franchise. Because I got into the franchise right before Touhou 13 released. Touhou 13 was technically my first new Touhou game. So 12 was the most recent one, and that was the one that I played the most, you know, besides 6, which is the one that everybody recommended as your first ever Touhou game. Which it was. Gosh, back when I didn't know the differences between focus and unfocusing. I mean, I learned eventually. I think everybody does. Everybody who first gets into, like, the shmup series, or any shmup series, they typically don't understand the concept of, like, focused or slow shot types, or slow buttons. Then again, I haven't really played much shmups outside of, like, Death Smiles, Touhou, and a bit of Gradius. And from what I understand, not many shmups have, like, a slow button, or a focus button, like these games do. Typically, you're just going at the exact same speed. And granted, if I remember correctly, Artificial Dreams in Arcadia, the bullet hell sections, where you have to, like, play a bullet hell game in order to get a Touhou character into your party. Yeah, those also didn't have a focus button either. You had to just legitimately dodge everything with the exact same speed. Which, granted, in that game, it's actually not that bad and not that difficult because the, while they do take patterns from the actual boss fights from the mainline Touhou games, they are not as difficult as the actual bullet patterns. Except for when you're dealing with Utsuho. Utsuho is just always bad. And Naruko. Or, is her name Naruko? The Jizo statue. Gosh. Now that we have, like, Naruko, the, Mishigami, Naruko Mishigami, I always get confused on whether or not the Jizo statue from 16 is also called Naruko, because they have the exact same name. But, like, she has Bullet Golem in that game, and I hate Bullet Golem. Shoutouts to Undertale / Deltarune having a focus button that barely anyone knows about it. Does the game ever tell you about the focus button? I haven't played either game yet, so I wouldn't know. I have seen them in action via a friend, and I think I did play like an hour of Undertale, you know, trying to do a scrapped Let's Play, but for all intents and purposes, I haven't played them enough to really get a feel and vibe for them. It's Narumi. Ah, of course. They're just so similar. Naruko was her name during development. Oh, really? That's... I didn't know that. I didn't know that she had a name, Naruko. Deltarune tells you about the focus button. Undertale does not. I guess, like, Toby Fox assumed, like, only Touhou players are probably going to play this game, and, you know, they'll remember the focus button. Is the focus button on the, shift key, like Touhou? Because if so, then that leaves credence to the theory. I gotta play Undertale at some point. I have Undertale. I can play the first 2 chapters of Deltarune for free. Oh my gosh, this is... What the fuck? I guess that's what happens when you don't kill those yin-yang orbs fast enough. It's on X. Why would it be on X? Oh wait, maybe it's because you don't actually shoot in that game. You have to dodge. Okay, that actually makes sense. Never mind. Also, sticky keys, I guess, since... Does anybody use sticky keys nowadays? I don't know if that's even a thing anymore. Or if that's even a thing that people worry about. But no, yeah. I did plan on playing those games when the Chapter 3 and 4 came out for Deltarune, but I had other things planned. In fact, I actually went on ahead and made a PNG model of Spirit as the same sprite as the main character in Undertale. Like, it is legitimately just the exact same sprite, but recolored to look like Spirit. With a couple differences, like he has long hair and all that, and wolf ears. So when I eventually do play that game, I'll have something to use for my model. Speaking of which, we didn't 1cc, so now I'm angry. Actually, no, I'm this type of angry. But you already move pretty slowly in those games, so the focus movement doesn't really make much sense to begin with. And I take it there's no, like, super precise dodging? Like, there's no, like, micro-dodging for it to be useful in? Now, if there was micro-dodging, then I would understand. I didn't see that. Oh no, it's becoming exactly like my test playthroughs. Where I just constantly I constantly make a mistake in stage 1 and then I have to constantly restart. No, that was Touhou 12. Touhou 12 was kind of a pain during the live stream. What the fuck? I'm not even trying to make a mistake. What the fuck? You know what's the problem? I get ballsy. I get too confident, and I go to the top of the screen thinking I'm actually okay when I'm actually not. I'm playing like an expert when I am not an expert. I know a lot of players who can do stuff like this, like go to the top of the screen, know exactly where stuff is going to be positioned and aim, like, and for all intents and purposes, I do know where stuff is going to be aimed for stage 1. But 1, I'm not paying attention to this stuff nearly as much as I should, and 2, like, again, I'm not an expert. Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever played a Lunatic Touhou game on stream before. I think I tried it once with Touhou 6, but that's about it. Maybe I should try it at some point for, like, an easy Touhou game, like, just to see if I can actually, like, you know, I'm not looking for a 1cc, but maybe I could survive long enough to get to, like, stage 2 or 3 or something like that. Problem is, what game would be easy enough for me to attempt that? Certainly not 15. And most of the easy games we've already gotten through. I think Touhou 7 might have been a good pick. I know a lot of people say Touhou 6 hard mode is a really good way to get into the hard mode scene, but my problem with Touhou 6 is the lack of a hitbox, and that always messes me up. And I know the game would be like super easy with a hitbox, but I still feel wrong playing it without one. Not to the extent of like Touhou's micro-dodging, yeah. I'm pretty sure nothing will be like at the same level as Junko or Toyohime. I can't believe we're in a world where I can actually say nothing will be as bad as Toyohime's dodging. Man, I sure can't wait for Touhou 25 where Yorihime shows up as the Phantasm boss. Because screw it, let's give her the Phantasm stage because she deserves it. Deserves it is probably the wrong word. Oh man, now that Toyohime is finally relevant in the franchise again, I'm looking forward to finally doing a reaction of Koishi Komeji's heart-throbbing adventure. Because I know the Lunarians play a big part in that. I don't know how, but they're apparently in it. Especially Toyohime. And like, you know, I'm glad that I'm a Toyohime fan. I gotta thank Lost a Word for that, because if... well, I did have a guttural reaction when I saw her. It still wasn't as bad as, like, I'm sure most people had who don't like the Lunarians. For all intents and purposes, though, I'm glad that Touhou 20 brought back such a prominent character. Like, we were all expecting someone to show up that would be relevant to the past, because it's the 20th game. And there were a lot of references to, like, early games due to, like, the Incident Stones. Like, all the stones had their own, like, different versions of, like, past incidences. And, we went back to different locations, and it was a Reimu Marissa game, so you know, like, it's serious. So I guess my point is, it was either going to be Toyohime or Mima, and Toyohime would be the more realistic option. For first time 1cc's, PCB isn't too bad. You can bottom spam in Mountain of Faith to make it pretty easy. You can abuse highly... Oh, no, wait. I can never say that one. At 16. And WBA, WC mechanics to make it easier. From what I remember, PCB was pretty simplistic due to the due to the border. Like, you could just pop the border when you're doing like a really difficult spell. And bomb spamming is actually really good in that game because, well, depending on the shot type, bombs are very, very powerful. Unfortunately, I went with Magic Missile Marissa, so my bombs was Stardust Reverie. So, yeah, not the best spell. It was good for clearing, though. Didn't last that long, unfortunately. And it kind of sucked against, like, Yukari and Ran, but still. Okay, I gotta make a mental note. I gotta kill all the Yin-Yang orbs in this next session, because if I don't, things are gonna get fucked. Alright. Kill each side. And don't run into a kunai, damn it. There we go. Gotta kill these guys, kill that guy, kill that guy, activate, there we are. That's 4 light points right there. Kinda wish you could turn off the oh, look at that. Something else that 10 Desires and Final Fantasy IX have in common. I sure wish you could control the trance gauge and turn it off. Wouldn't it be nice to, like, save all of that extra trance that you have? Boy, golly, it sure would. Marissa just has to head to the human world and destroy all of her creators and her brethren so that she can garner enough souls to become trans eternally. And then Reimu will fight her in the center of the crystal, where Necron will appear. Speaking of that, speaking of Final Fantasy and Touhou, there was this old fan game that I always wanted to play that I never got the chance to. I believe it's called Touhou Fantasy. I haven't seen much of it in recent years. I think it was finished developing a long time ago. It was made by... oh, I forgot the name of the YouTuber, but he's a YouTuber who still does stuff nowadays. But it's basically a RPG Maker Touhou fan game with a Final Fantasy turn-based gameplay system with Final Fantasy-like sprites and story. And I remember having, like, I remember being really interested in it and wanting to play it, but my old PC couldn't handle it. Yeah, my old PC was that bad, it couldn't handle RPG Maker games. That could be a fan game I can look into. I think my next big Touhou fan game that I do want to play, though, is, what was it? It was the Slay the Spire game. I have it on my Steam real quick, let me just check. Lost Branch of Legend. I really like that game and I want to try it out. Okay, in terms of Touhou fan games, I have, from the top, Artificial Dreams in Arcadia, which is a Shin Megami Tensei Touhou fan game. I have, excuse me, I have Touhou Big Big Battle, which seems to be like some sort of Battle Cats-esque game. I have Touhou Chohatsuyo Burgeoning Tresses of Longevity, which is like a Touhou fan game that looks kind of retro. Touhou Crisis, which is literally using the Crisis engine. Danmaku Kagura. I have the demo of the Touhou Empires, Touhou Gensokyo Survivors, which I kind of regret getting, Touhou Hero of Ice Fairy. Should probably pause this real quick because now I'm hearing the boss theme. Touhou Library Survivors, Touhou Lost Branch of Legends, Luna Knights, which is definitely a game I want to play, Touhou Monster TD, Touhou Mystery Reel, Touhou Mystia's Izakaya, the demo for Touhou Unreachable Onero Border, which seems to be a fan-made Touhou bullet hell game. Fascinating. And Udongin X, which is the Mega Man Raisin game. And more to come. But yeah, those are the fan games I want to play and have. I played the SMT fan game demo, and it's pretty fun. I've been meaning to get the full game. Oh, I 100% recommend it. I believe it's also made by the same person who made Udongin X. Let me just check real quick. Bar Holographic Otaku. Yes, they did in fact make Udongin X, and they're currently in the process of making a sequel, which, I follow them on Twitter. They are also implementing a Chow Garden system. So if you like Sonic Adventure 2's Chow Garden, you can raise your own Yukuris in that game. I can't wait for it to release. Yeah, I need to get back to Artificial Dreams in Arcadia because, like, oh, that game was so good, but I had to put it down because I was too busy with life, and apparently there was a big update that happened too, which made the game even better. So, like, yeah, I'm gonna have to play that for a live stream series again, but I'm gonna have to start over because, like, I wanna experience the changes and all of that. So, yeah. It is what it is. I have way too many scrapped Let's Plays on my channel or live stream series. I don't really care at this point. If I scrap another one, then it's fine. It means more content. Touhou 20's good endings supposedly bring back a lot of older characters, but I haven't seen enough of them to fact check. I joined the TH Patch server the other day, and I saw a screenshot of Yukari in one of the endings, so interesting. Wonder who else will show up. I also have Luna Knights, which I've been meaning to play. Yeah, Luna Knights, apparently is like one of the best Metroidvanias, so that's definitely going to be one I'll play soon. In the context of this week, so I have this Silent Hill marathon that I want to start on the 1st of September, but before that, I want to play through as much of Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne as possible. Because I'm in such a Touhou high at the moment, though, I just want to say screw it. I think I might play one of the Touhou fan games at some point in this week. Maybe on, like, Wednesday or something. You know what? I'll make a vote. I'll make a vote in the post. I'll make a post vote, and it'll be one of the Touhou fan games. Whichever one I'm interested in. It might be either Lost Branch of Horai, or Lost Branch of Legends, Luna Knights, or... gosh, would it be Artificial Dreams of Arcadia? Right as I'm playing Shin Megami Tensei games? I mean, you can never have enough Shin Megami Tensei. And Artificial Dreams in Arcadia will never take advantage of our innate gullibility. I'll think about it. I'll definitely have to think about it. But yeah, I have to thank Touhou 20 for getting me back into the mood of playing Touhou games. Because, like, yes, I have to restart that. No mistakes. Well, I have been a Touhou fan all these years. There are points in my life where I'm kind of like, you know, I'm the type of person to hyperfixate over things. You know, one moment I'm super into Touhou, the other moment I'm into Shin Megami Tensei and nothing but. Usually it fluctuates between either Touhou, Shin Megami Tensei, Digimon, Kingdom Hearts, surprisingly, yeah, and Final Fantasy. And you can definitely tell when I'm in a specific mood, dependent on what I'm live streaming at the moment. So it constantly fluctuates and changes, but thanks to Touhou 20, I am back in the Touhou mood. So yeah, I have to thank that game for getting me back into this. I want to get to more of the mainline games. I want to play more of the fan games. I want to experience more stuff. I'm actually in the process of making a OC based off of one of the Touhou 20 characters. Oh gosh, I went ahead and read some of the lore about some of the Touhou 20 characters without going too deep into it, just to get a basics on their omake text. And like, my gosh, the extra stage boss, Nina Watari. I absolutely adore her as a character now. The fact that she's just so the fact that her entire premise is that she's a yokai who has been corrupted by essentially misinformation, aka theories and hard-boiled truths, to the point where all of her spell cards are based off of like messed up theories like the New World Order or the Illuminati. It's just so funny. And her entire omake text is really, really sad too. I took a listen to her theme song. It is legitimately now my favorite song in the entire game. Like, at first, Toyohime, her song Watatsuki's last spell card, was my favorite, and then I listened to Nina and I'm like, I can't get enough of this. It's so good. It's so good. And you know what? I can't wait for that one YouTuber who makes Touhou remixes with the black and white sound font from Pokemon to make a remix of Nina's theme, because Nina's theme has the exact bass line that sounds like it comes from black and white already. Like, legitimately, one of the coolest things that I want that happens whenever a new Touhou game comes out is all like the remixes and vocal tracks and artwork. I can't wait for Akatsuki Records to get their hands on like Nina's theme or Toyohime's theme. It's like, oh, that's gonna be such a good time. If Felt was still around, they would probably make a really good remix of the final boss theme. Is Pzuya Records, or not Pzuya Records, Pzuya Cell. Is Pzuya Cell still around? I know they make a lot of really good remixes. They're kind of like niche in the Touhou fandom, but I love their stuff. But I haven't really heard much from them in recent years. I distinctly remember like one of the biggest finds that I found in recent times was this entire album made by Pzuya Cell, where it was a bunch of Touhou songs, but they remixed them in the same vein as some songs from Persona 5, to the point where the album cover and the album artwork was just the Touhou characters in the art style, like the black and red art style of Persona 5, and like, oh my gosh, they're so good. I've been stuck on a cover for a song from the Trail series, if you know what that is. Oh, you know what? The Trail series is something I want to touch at some point. I have a friend, Druid, who is like absolutely in love with the Trail series, and he's been wanting me to play that for so long. I had to promise him that I will get to a Trails game by the end of this year, so I'm gonna play one either November or December. Problem is, I don't know anything about the Trail series, so I gotta like look into it. I don't know which game I want to start with first and foremost. Been meaning to do a Famine Tracker cover of Nina's theme, but I haven't been in the right mood lately. Hey, that's fair, that's fair. I almost ran into that fucking wall. This is not on you, but like I was reading your comment and I was like, I'm gonna be safe. It's just the beginning of stage 2. Immediately almost runs into a bullet. Classic me. That's something I would totally do. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Famine Track remix though. Any remix of Nina's theme or just any remix of Touhou 20 songs in general, I'm totally on board for. I'm not exaggerating when I say that like Touhou 20 soundtrack is probably like a heavy contender for like my favorite Touhou soundtrack in the entire franchise. It used to be Touhou 15, but at this point, I'm very much up in the air. Like pretty much every single boss theme from 20 is phenomenal. Even Chimi's theme, which I'm not really a big fan of. Honestly, Chimi is kind of just like the weakest part of 20 in my opinion. Maybe that has to do with the fact that I'm not really a big fan of her design, and I do like her concept, but the design I'm kind of borderline on. As well as her boss fight. The non-spells kind of kill it for me. Her final spell is fun. And first spell, really fun to dodge. I don't even remember what the second spell was. But yeah, Chimi is kind of like the low point, but considering she's still a fun boss and she still has a good theme song, like that's a pretty good low. Considering she's my only low in that game. And the thing is, it didn't take me all that long to fall in love with any of the characters. Like, I absolutely loved Yuimon as soon as she showed up. Her simplistic design is, like, so un-Zoom-like that I fell in love with her. Toyohime, I'm actually a big fan of for the longest time, thanks to Lost Words, so, like, I didn't need any convincing at all for Toyohime. And the final boss, I've grown to actually like. I was kind of on the fence with her at the beginning, but as soon as I heard her song and got to her boss fight, I'm like, you know what? This seems like a really cool character. And Nina. Nina was an instant favorite, especially since she's based off of the Shed, which is something that I am familiar with, and I've always wanted to see incorporated in more stuff. Because who wouldn't love a giant oyster? A giant oyster who can cause hallucinations. I think like the only time I have ever seen that be replicated in fiction is actually Naruto. And funnily enough, that character Naruto also became a favorite of mine just due to their concept. Then again, anything based off of mythology I am pretty much on board with because I'm a mythology buff. Hey, I finally said that right. I've been saying that wrong so many times that it just became a meme at this point. My favorite's probably still Naruko. She goes crazy. Oh my gosh, Naruko. She was the highlight of the demo. And I think Naruko is still really good, yeah. Her theme song is like perfect for a piano cover. Trails has been a fun journey. I got into it maybe around this time last year, and it's great. It's a commitment though, bunch of games, and they're all chronological. So an overarching story, you say, of an RPG. That sounds like my type of thing. Actually, is it a turn-based RPG, or is it something else? I've never actually asked my friend about it. And any gameplay vids he's tried to show me, I kind of just, like, dismiss them because I don't want to get spoiled. Because, I'm gonna be honest, Druid has a easy time spoiling stuff for me. I know you're listening, Druid. It's not I'm saying that. You spoil shit. And then he's gonna send me something about the Trails series probably any second now. I say that, but he actually probably isn't listening to this at all. I think he's still playing WoW. Wow. But no, yeah, I actually have no idea what the Trails series even looks like, so... In the context of franchises that I need to get into, Trails is one thing, Skies of Arcadia, which is actually my friend Druid's favorite game of all time. Wild Arms. Wild Arms is another franchise, too. It's like, I have way too much on my plate, and you know what, that's a good thing, because, like, I love me some good old-fashioned RPGs. Or just old-fashioned, you know, retro games. I'm a retro fan, you know? That's the thing with me. I'm not really a big fan of, like, modern games. There's not many modern games that I have typically played in recent years. Like, I think the most recent modern game that isn't based off of, like, a pre-existing franchise is Dying Light. And I haven't even played that yet, but I plan to play it. Anything that is modern and recently released is usually tied to a franchise that I enjoy, which is why I don't count any Koei Tecmo stuff, Warriors, Touhou, etc., etc. I'm more of a retro fan, so it is what it is. Kinda sucks when you want to find games to play with people, though. Overarching story with a heavy emphasis on character interactions and world building. Oh, you're speaking my language! That's exactly the reason why I love Final Fantasy and Persona. They are turn-based, at least the game I played so far. Awesome! Then there's gonna be no skill barrier for me. I think the reason why I gravitate more towards RPGs is because of the fact that my skills when it comes to like action games are kind of subpar. I'm typically not very good at action games, as I have probably made very apparent in my playthroughs of like Resident Evil games and others. Although I am pretty good at survival horror. Survival horror with tank controls. Which is why I love the Silent Hill series. But for all intents and purposes, action games are kind of not really my forte. Honestly, I'm legitimately surprised that I'm actually good enough to get normal 1cc's in Touhou games. Considering I'm, you know, not very good at them. I'm not very good at them, but I'm subpar at them, but I can still be okay at them, you know? Again, 1cc's and all that. I guess that mostly just has to do with the fact that I played this series for over a decade. And I'm pretty sure it definitely has been over a decade, because I think I got into Touhou... I've already stated this, I got into Touhou right before 10 Desires, and I don't remember when 10 Desires came out. Hold on, let me look that up real quick. Touhou 10 Desires... came out in... 2011. Yeah, I've been a fan of this franchise for well over a decade, and I'm, you know, okay with it. If you're into classic JRPGs, Trails of the Sky, which is the first game in the series, coincidentally, I think would be up your alley. Awesome, awesome. Trails of the Sky definitely is going to be on my list for the end of the year. It'll make my friend happy, definitely. And you know what? Considering he's actually not watching this... Wait, hold on. I just got a ping on Discord. It better not be him. Okay, thank goodness it's not. I would have been like, it better not be him. Just gotta text someone real quick about a commission. Specifically about my Silent Hill commission. Yeah, considering he's not watching this, I'm going to purposefully wait until the time comes where I will play the game, and then I'll be like, sorry, Druid, I can't hang out with you today. I have something I need to do. I have a game I need to stream today. Do you want to know what game it is? It's Trails of the Sky. Or Trails in the Sky. And he's gonna be like, whoa! I'm wondering if that was worth it, getting those things from Kogasa. I don't know if that those resources from Kogasa was better than the resources I'm going to get from the fairies after this. Then again, I guess it really doesn't matter, does it? Wait, the fairies didn't show up, did they? Or maybe they show up after this pattern. Yeah, they'll show up any second now. Wait, did I miss something? Oh, maybe they don't show up on the after Kogasa. I think I might be misremembering about something. Oh well. Well, we got 9 life points, so that's fine. Kogasa was probably the best place to use that chance. Yeah, that seems to be the case. In any case, we're doing really, really good so far as... What do I jinx? There we go, I knocked on some wood. Thankfully, I have a wooden desk, so whenever I jinx myself, all I need to do is knock. No fairies show up after Kogasa, I'm pretty sure. Okay, good, then I am not misremembering. Ooh, I forgot she does that when you get too close. Alright, after a while, I kill the fairies over here. I let her absorb that, and then I go to this spot, and then I shoot her down as fast as possible. Fast as possible. As fast as possible. As fast as possible. There we go. I used the bomb last time, and that's why I wasn't able to get that extension. Where is she gonna go? Where is she gonna go? To the right. Damn it, she went to the left. to the left, to the left. No, wait, I went to the left, she went to the right. To the left, to the right. Everybody make a fright. I love this song. What's the band's name? Oh gosh, Liz Triangle, I think that's their name, did a really phenomenal cover of Yoshika's theme. Actually, they did 2 amazing covers of this theme that sound eerily similar but are very much different. Liz Triangle, along with Pazuya Cell, is another one of those Touhou cover bands that are very niche from what I've noticed, and most of their works have mostly been from the classic days of Touhou, like modern, like the early 2010s to mid 2010s, and then they don't really make stuff nowadays, from what I've seen. Maybe I'm not following the specific circles, but yeah, I don't remember them making stuff these days. Anyways, lost a life, but we'll just keep going. Do I even try with this spell? You know what? Fuck this spell. Wait, no, I didn't mean to bomb it! Why am I screwing up? Yeah, considering the fact that I only have like 3 power and wait, why is she dying? What the fuck? She never dies naturally? Oh, it was because of the bomb, wasn't it? Or maybe? I don't know. Either way, I lost a life during that boss fight, but I don't give a dang. As long as I don't lose a life in stage 4, I think I'll be fine. Here's the thing, I practice this game enough to the point where I can competently get through stage 4 without losing a life, but it's all a gamble. It's all on whether or not I feel good that day. And I was almost about to lose a life there. Alright, you guys drop bomb pieces, nice. I thought I killed you. These guys don't drop anything. Now, unfortunately, considering the fact that I lost that life, I also lost a significant portion of my Divine Spirit counter. So, yeah. Not gonna be using my Divine Spirit after this mini-boss. Hey, Wither. I'm doing a live stream. I'm fighting a zombie fucker. I mean, what else can we call her, really? Necrophile? I mean, that's basically what she is. Yang Zhaogui. Just shoot. Just shoot him, Fox. Yeah, this spell is all about just like constantly going back and forth and getting a heart attack. Don't you just love those heart attacks? Lasers! It's all about the lasers! And quickly get the spirits. Oh yeah, this game is all about collecting spirits. So I'm sure you guys saw the thumbnail is basically just Miko surrounded by a bunch of spirits. Literally me's that are all color-coded. I had a lot of fun making that particular thumbnail. Oh, I still need to upload my Touhou 20 thumbnail onto Twitter. Okay, and collect. There we go. The Marissa Nation. just a bunch of Moon Marissas covering the entire background. One of the fun parts about this series is that I get to make really funny thumbnails. Oh, there's a meaningful... Oh wait, we already read this dialogue. Yeah, you wanna fuck your zombie, that's cute. Hey, Wither, you're a demon. Back, I now made young Agni, now I want to play monk with Agni. Oh, that's cool, Scar. Hey, you're just in time to see us beat up the corpse fucker. Yes, she does want to fuck her corpse. Yes, her corpse is her girlfriend. Demonify Joho Rumo. Also, I'm pretty sure Scar doesn't work today, so he doesn't have to go to sleep. You know what? I think I made a mistake drawing Fire as Morgana. I should have drew Wither as Morgana. She is the perfect person to tell people to go to sleep. Okay. Oh, that's normal. I watch anime. Yeah, it's normal. I mean, I haven't watched many animes where people fuck their corpses, or people fuck the corpses. And honestly, I don't think I want to. Unless we're talking about that one isekai anime where it's a guy who transforms into an undead skeleton. Then, since because that's an isekai, I'm guessing every single character wants to fuck him in that show. Classic isekai right there. Corpse Tongi. I gotta do some research on some of these terms. I know that the final spell card is based off of the Taoist ritual that involves using a dead fetus as a sacrifice, but I don't know about Tongi. No references to the Kimon Tonko formation? Zune, you're losing me here. I thought you loved your Shin Megami Tensei. Alright, nice. And next comes the knives, which I'm not a big fan of. I think I might just bomb this one. Again, knives have some really interesting hitboxes in this game, and I don't like to chance them. Although they're not as weird as in Touhou 6. I believe in Touhou 6 they are actual rectangles, which is heckin' annoying. Wow, I need to bomb that. Tau Fetal Movement. The trick to this one is literally just to unfocus your eyes, because there's way too many stuff that you need to dodge, and constantly go from like one end to the screen to the other. You want to take out Yoshika if you can though, because that will make the spell easier. Whoa! I'm about to become a dead fetus myself. Oh, damn it! I pressed the bomb button! Alright, well, we might not get the 1cc after all. Oh, well, it is what it is. So I was practicing Touhou 14 the other day, and I come to the realization that there probably won't be too many games in this franchise where I will be able to not 1cc, but there will still be a few. If there comes a point where I can't 1cc a game, like Touhou 11 and Touhou 14, because Touhou 14 is pretty tough. I may just have to skip that game for a while and then come back to it eventually to do more practice runs on it. Consequently, if we don't get a 1cc today, we'll probably just move on from Touhou 13 and continue with the overarching story. As much as I like Touhou 13, I don't want to stay on this game forever. Why do you go to the bottom of the screen and continue to shoot? Gimme. Gimme everything. I deserve it all. I may be a perfectionist in some games, but Touhou is one where I'm not that much of a perfectionist, unless it has to do with like stage 1 or stage 2. Or stage 3 for that matter, and like as soon as I take a hit, I wanna restart. But for this game, I didn't. Hey, Soga no Toshika. I love Soga. Wait, there's a life piece right there. No, damn it. So just to reiterate, Soga no Tochika has become one of my favorite characters just due to the fact that I play the Shin Megami Tensei Touhou fan game. Hey, Reese's. Honestly, I think you like it. To be honest, I got 2 versions of it. 2 versions of what? Sorry, Scar, you lost me. Gagoji Cyclone. Gotta remember that, you know, me dodging bullets and me having a cohesive brain cell can't be a thing at the same time. Oh, I don't like how twisty these are. Go, my clicky clinky magic missiles. Alright, just literally circle around these things. And don't let them spawn on top of you. I have had many occasions where these spirits spawn on top of me. And then there comes this part where it's like... Oh no, I'm starting to turn into Miles. I'm making the dragon calls. Hey, life. Hey, give me my life. There we go. At least I made it through that. Yay! Young Agni and bullets. Hey, totally understand. You gotta show it to me right after you're done, Scar. Which stage are you on? We're on stage 5. I didn't get the 1cc. I was literally at the final spell. The final spell. And then I died. I feel like that's harder for than Tojiko's mid-boss spell card. Oh yeah, it is. Totally. Like, Tojiko's mid-boss spell is scary because it constantly moves around, but it's doable. Those spirits are kind of nasty. And the bundle of fairies that show up at the end too. Also, let's read the dialogue again because we get introduced to Mononobe no Futo, and I love Mononobe no Futo.
Where does this door thing lead?
A faithful day hath finally come. Thou who hast praised my resurrection, speak anon and name thyself.
Congratulations.
Thou mayhaps clap me, Mononobe no Futo. Her old Victorian-esque English dialogue is just so funny. My return doth betokeneth that one who wouldst thou deny the crown prince's resurrection hath appeared. Sometimes it's hard to read though. Is it not so? Is that so? Okay, Nobunaga. I think I already said that. I really have no idea. 'Tis most sarest so. I was laid to rest here that I might defend this tomb if need arose. Oh, well, arose me then.
I don't really get it, but it looks like there might be some treasure waiting for me in that tomb.
At last thou hast revealed thy true nature, Omiwa legend. The protection of thy house from such miscreant thieves as thee is the purpose of my resurrection. Inscribe unto thy very body this fusion of the secret art of the Mononobe and the way of the Tao. The start seems harder to dodge, but after you get past that, while the zigzag is passing you, it's really easy to just move side to side. Oh yeah, totally. Once you get the groove of things, and you know that the zigzag arrows are just constantly like moving from left to right, then you got it. Now with Mononobe, her non-spells are pretty easy if you understand that at some point you're gonna have to go through the arrow pattern. Like, you're gonna have to go through the opening of the arrows. Not right now, but later. Alright, Reini Uwafune. I fucked this up last time royally at the beginning, so let's do it better this time. She's on a boat! She's on a boat, motherfucker, she's on a boat! She's on a boat! By the way, I have to say this. I found this remix of Mononobe's theme song where it's literally just the theme song's leitmotif, but it's inscribed onto the Spider-Man PS2 pizza theme. So it's like, oh my gosh, it's so ridiculous sounding, and yet it fits so well. I wish I could find the theme right now, but like, oh my gosh, please just look up Spider-Man 2 pizza theme and then put Mononobe no Futo's name afterwards, and I'm sure you'll find it. It's worth listening. Alright, this is just dodging. Dodging and tight dodging. Honestly, not too bad, but the big problem is that I'm not hitting her. There we go, got her. High quality rip, it is! I almost died there thinking about the rip. There we go. Gotta get through the pattern. Sometimes just go through that. And then like that, okay, yeah. We're golden, we're golden. Blazing Wind of Haibutsu, just remember the fire bullets. Oh, she went to the right again! Last time she went to the left, this time she went to the right. Make up your mind! Oh gosh. Glowy bullets. I hate glowy bullets because I can barely see them. Mononobe's song is one of those where I had to get really used to it. It took me a couple of years, but then it just really clicked for me. And it's like now it's like one of my favorite songs from this game. Even though I keep saying that for pretty much every single song in this game. Hey, what can I say? This is a good OST. One of these days I might do you know, I'll save it for after we get through this pattern. This one again is all about patience and looking around you. Just follow the pattern and make sure to not go straight into the amulets. Just go with the flow. Be a Pisces, go with the flow. I hate that. I hate you. Ah, well. Well, we lost one life, which, you know, for all intents and purposes, we have a bunch of bombs that we can spam in the final stage. I'm sure we'll be fine. I really wanted to capture that, though. I keep on learning how to properly pronounce characters' names from you. Hey. First it's Tay. Yeah. Now it's, oh gosh, I forgot about the pronunciation. Hey guys, Hecharia? I think it was Hecharia? Hold on, I can scroll back in the chat to find it at some point. Hecatia, it's Hecatia, yes. Hey guys, did you guys hear about the goddess of hell? Her name is Hecatia. There we go, there we go. And Mononobe. Yep. I pronounce Mononobe as Mononobe. Ah, okay. Yeah, I've always pronounced it as Mononobe. I don't know if that's the correct way to pronounce it. I know she's Japanese though, so it has to be like the Japanese pronunciation. Unfortunately, the only thing I'm going off of is my typical pronunciations of like Sengoku characters. So that's how the name would be pronounced if you're in the Sengoku era. Not so sure about if it's about from her era. Again, I actually have no idea where Mononobe is from, like which era in Japanese history she originated in. It's definitely in the Shotoku era, where Prince Shotoku was around. But in the context of Mononobe, I'm not sure. Either way, time for dance party! Love this song. Just play this at a nightclub and you're immediately like the big hit of the entire night. Alright, want to collect as many divine spirits as possible. There we go, we have full divine spirits, so we can use that whenever we want. Theoretically, I want to save it for when we get to the point where we get a bunch of life fairies. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Thankfully, these guys are somewhat easy to dodge. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I tried. So the thing about these fairies in stage 6 is that they have like a big trail of spirits. What you want to do is actually murder the fairies. You want to keep the fairies alive, because if you kill them, it destroys all the spirits immediately. So you want to destroy the final spirit in the line, because that's where you'll get your life piece, or whatever piece. So with that... Only 4? We needed 4 for an extra life? Dang it! Stage enemies want you dead. That's crazy. Well, true. Japanese always kind of sounds weird to English speakers. Yeah, exactly. I've gotten used to it just due to my extensive research of Japanese history, but like it's really difficult. You know which one is really difficult though? More difficult than Japanese? Chinese. Like you gotta really figure out like, okay, Q is actually sh, and C is actually not pronounced with a hard C like K or a K sound. It's actually kind of like a TH, so it's su. So, and then you also gotta like put like phonetic like hard pronunciations into certain words, like how I just said su. A lot of words sound like that, so it's like it's really difficult. It's really difficult for an English speaker. What does trance even do? Trance basically makes you invincible for for the timer, and it doubles the value of life pieces and bomb pieces. So if you were to pick up a bomb piece, it would equal to 2 instead of 1. Basically, the scope of 10 Desires is you build up your trance gauge, which is the 3 fires at the bottom right of the screen. You can't activate it unless it's 3 fires. Once you activate it, you go and get any pieces that are on the screen, basically the life spirits and the bomb spirits. And that's basically how you use it in the game. It's also used for invincibility times, so save it up, use it on a boss fight that you don't like, and boom. Really difficult to use though, because like I said, only can use it when you have 3 of those fires, which means the max, and never anytime else. And then once you use it, it uses up the entire spirit gauge, so you gotta rebuild it back up. It's really annoying. It's not like any of the other invincibility timers from other games, or like the border where you can immediately pop it and then have a bit of it left. Yeah, it requires like precise timing and practice. Anyways, True Administrator, really good song. Toyosato Mimi also has a sword that she never uses, but I think it's a sword of light that she shines light on everything. And in speaking, sorry. I mean, in writing, it's trying to mess you up. Yeah. You'll get an extra life during the fight, I'm pretty sure. That's good, at least. And in speaking, one wrong way to pronounce it means that you're calling your mom a horse. I do remember that pronunciation. It's like Touhou lunatic mode, but for languages. One wrong move and you're insulting a whole generation. Yeah. If I don't beat this boss fight, then I'm getting canceled, so let's make sure we can beat Miku, or Miko. Hatsune Miku! Oh my gosh, I can't believe Toyosato Mimi no Miko is going to be in Sonic Cross World Racing. Isn't that amazing, you guys? I don't know why, but I've just... Have any of you seen that Touhou fan-made racing game where it's just the characters racing on the backs of other characters? I'm now just imagining a mod where it's Miko, but her cart is just Soga no Tojika, because one thing I forgot to mention is the real-life version of Miko, which was Prince Shotoku, and the real-life version of Tojiko were actually husband and wife. So it's like, that would be the funniest shit ever. I now want that. I now want that to be a mod. Miku as Miko. It would certainly make me buy the game. Yeah, it's always been a weird thing. Like, apparently Tojiko is supposed to be the wife of Miko, but Miko has changed her gender by reincarnating into Gensokyo. She used to be a guy, based off of the actual Prince Shotoku in history, but is now a girl. And I believe the logistics behind why she became a girl is because it's more popular to be a female in Touhou. You get more leeway in this world. So, yeah. But she still has a wife. I don't like this one. Scar, you say no to everything. Oh gosh, gotta get to the bottom, gotta get to the bottom. Gotta be a bottom. Alright, I'm not a fan of these blue popcorn bullets, but we have to dodge them. I have a bomb at the ready though, in case I need it. Damn it! No! And we have the Sonic references. Get a note of this. Well, now I gotta really use these bombs. You know what they say, the more the merrier. Shoot her down, shoot her down, shoot her down.
It's no use.
It's not over yet.
I'll use your chaos control.
What did she say about my feet? Playtime is over. Take this. She's fucking Shadow the Hedgehog. So canonically, Tojiko is now gay. I mean, I guess both of them are now gay. Good for them. Good for our gay babies. I mean, a lot of people like to headcanon that Toyo Satomimi is in fact trans, just due to the fact that she changed her gender. And you know what? More power to you. I actually do believe in that headcanon, just because it's really fun. Alright, last time I died against this, so I'm ready to bomb it if it's too much. Ikanugadegu! This lasts forever. This lasts forever. I decided to stay there, but that was a mistake. Ah! Oh, no, those bombs. We got an extension. Halo of the Goose Cannon. Bomb. I'm scared. I'm gonna get that 1cc. Screw the Goose Cannon. Fuck you, Goose Cannon. 17 article. Let's go. Nope. I tried. I really tried. Please bomb. I'm gonna cry. Okay, I'll bomb. It's like I want to do these patterns legitimately, but at the same time, I also want a 1cc. Oh, I was way too close to that laser. Will that laser please disappear? I don't want to read. I don't want the 17th article. Die already. Okay. At least you gave me max power. Max power. Falling stars on Divine Spirit Mausoleum. Alright, let's do this. As long as I bomb. Oh no, I forgot about this. Jack the Ludobile. Ew. Why did I go so close to that bullet? Why did I do that? I'm making myself scared. I'm doing such weird bullshit. I'm literally at the edge of my seat right now. I know I can just bomb this, but I want to try to do it legitimately. Oh, Jack the Little... Okay, yeah, I'm not doing that. Alright, now here comes the hard part. Oh! Okay, now I have to bomb incessantly. Screw it, we're not gonna have a repeat. We're not gonna have a repeat. Nope. Sorry, Miku. Or Miko. Oh my gosh. You know what? Yeah. I was so scared there for a second because the way I was moving upward and right as my bomb ended, I was literally at her feet. Imagine if I didn't let go of the up button and I would have just ran straight into her. And that would have been the end of me. Immediately runs into Miko. I would have been so fucking disappointed in me. You know who else would have been disappointed in me? Chopper would have been disappointed in me. Yeah, thankfully he's not disappointed, but the thought of being disappointed was enough to embarrass him, so now he's going to hide the ending from us. Thank you, Chopper. You have saved us from any legitimate, like, copyrights or issues with Zune. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I just realized, I might as well show it off real quick. Chopper, just go away for a second. Chopper has left. The Divine Spirit Mausoleum has Bagua letters written on it. That's Chinese. That's cool. I think, like, oh gosh, is that 1 or is that 2? But you guys might be familiar with Bagua letters because that is actually the lettering that is around Marissa's mini Haketo. Cool. Alright, so what have you guys been saying? Gotta be a bottom is all Mika was thinking when she changed her gender. It turns out she's the bottom. But wait, that doesn't make any sense. Tochiko doesn't have any legs. But you're forgetting, Spirit. She has the biggest leg of all. It's inside of her dress. Oh gosh, this headcanon with Tochiko is getting weirder and weirder. You did it. You solved Taoism. Yay! The Great Mausoleum. The place where divine spirits equals desires have gathered to have Miko grant their wish. And then we have a picture of Marissa surrounded by a bunch of desires, divine spirits. She's surrounded by me.
So what do you want granted? Well, I want something tasty. Eat some shrooms. My hip's ache. I know a good massage place. Man, how do you understand all these guys like this?
Oh, she's listening to all the spirits and hearing like what their desires are. And Miko says, I told you, there's no point if you can't listen to 10 desires at once.
10 at once, eh? Thirsty, sleepy, with dreams, power.
Oh my gosh, she's being surrounded by all of them. One of them is saying, I want money. The other one is like, hey, I'm hungry. Keep an eye on your spirit gate. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Let's not listen to this divine spirit. I want to see a hidden ending. Fuck you too. Actually, if I remember correctly, isn't there a hidden ending in this game? Like for every single character? I believe there's a hidden ending. I think I distinctly remember hearing about that, but I'm not sure. Anyways, I took a screenshot of that, so I'll be able to show that Marissa face off later.
Gee, stop talking over one another.
Oh, it's like being in a voice call. People's thoughts change every moment. If you try to listen to them one by one, the results will differ. Is there? How? I don't know. I distinctly remember there's a hidden ending either in 10 Desires or I know 18 has a hidden ending. That's whether or not you use the card you get from the final boss right before you fight her in your second playthrough, which removes all of your cards that you got through the first 5 stages. The extra stage tells you how to get them if you clear. Oh wow, so there is! That's really cool. Okay. So you must listen to them all together or you will not see the truth. It's the average Discord mod call. Exactly.
You're asking the impossible, lady.
Well, I happen to think it's rather easy.
You ain't exactly normal, are you?
The divine spirit naturally gathered upon Miko's resurrection the little desires of humans that reflected their true nature. That was what the divine spirits really were. The little spirits gathered in the mausoleum were too many for Marissa to hold. So she lost interest in the mausoleum and returned to her ordinary life. She got what she wanted and then she left. Classic Marissa. So what happened to the divine spirits then? They vanished into thin air once Mako appeared in the human village. Being able to listen to and understand 10 desires at once, Miko was the talk of the town. People didn't know, or Marissa didn't know where the divine spirits had headed, but she didn't care anymore. Perhaps in a way, those little spirits had attracted Miko, the truly divine spirit. Wait, are you saying that Miko is a spirit? You saying that Miko is me? Well, maybe I should make some fan art of me dressed as Miko. Ending number 3, a moment born from varying desires and faith. Congratulations, all clear, just as I'd expected. Yeah, sure you did, Zune. Sure you did. Hey, nice hairstyle, Scar. Also, what the fuck is that skinny Hrothgar? Is that a female Hrothgar or is that a mod? With every type of person there. Yeah, you just have like each person signifies the 10 desires. Like I would probably be like, I don't know, like I'd be Marissa, so I'd be like greedy. Scar would probably be jealousy. Oh, that would fit you, Scar. Etc, etc. Drunkard. Programming. Zune, Desire wants to go beer drinking in Germany, and I saw that. Drinking Fellows. Kisan, his wife. The Sail Boys and Girls All Q organizers. And lastly, you! Yay! Since you have fulfilled your desire to play, thank you for playing. And no extra stage? Oh right, I already unlocked that. Killer! And there we go. I actually got a 1cc like a month ago. Nice. And that's Marissa's playthrough. A mod, it's a female but as a male, basically trans. Ooh, that's cool. If only Final Fantasy allowed that. Oh, yeah, I'll show off the Marissa face real quick. Let me just crop it. It's a very cute face, too. I gotta say, this is probably my favorite main title theme for a Touhou game. There's a lot of really good main title themes in the franchise, but this is probably like the most iconic. Although that I might just chalk that up to nostalgia, since this was the first one I ever heard, like, of a new Touhou game, so... Anyways, this is the Marissa face. I'm sure I won't get in trouble for showing this. I want money. I'm hungry. Keep an eye on your spirit gauge. I want to see a hidden ending. I hurt my back while playing with my son. I forgot he wrote that. That's so cute, though. That's so cute. Zune having a family is like the best fun fact of this franchise. Especially since he got his wife Kisan to help him with artwork. And I think in Touhou 18 and Touhou 19, she created some of the sprites? No, she created some of the ability cards. Actually, I think all the ability cards. The sprites for Touhou 19, for the bosses, were made by someone from Twilight Frontier, the same group who makes the fighting games. So that's pretty cool, honestly. Zune incorporating like his wife's talents with his work. I always appreciate that. I always like that. You got Femboy Agnite before GTA 6. Honestly, never thought I'd get the first one, so I did not know that. Oh yeah, totally. She also helped in 20. She drew the pyramid enemies and mid-boss sprites. You know what? I can totally see that. Those pyramid sprites are like way different from anything else Zune has ever created. And they kind of have like the same outline and coloring as the boss sprites from 19, so or not from 19. Dang it! I keep mixing up the person from Twilight Frontier and Zune's wife. But yeah, Kisan, if you ever see her in the credits, that is her. It's phenomenal, honestly. It's phenomenal that despite the fact that he's a married man who is also a father, he still finds the time to make these games. Alright, so, as per usual, we're gonna try something real quick. We're gonna try the extra stage. Now, I have played this before. I am not good at this, and I can only get to the mid-boss, but I just want to at least show it off real quick. It sucks, too, because this extra stage has a character in it that will appear in every subsequent game after this. So anyways, in the context of the story, we've released Miko from the Divine Spirit Mausoleum, which, by the way, the mausoleum was created as a way to initiate the reincarnation process. So Miko, Tojiko, and Mononobe went through the process of becoming Shikaisen, which are reincarnated humans, and they were buried into the mausoleum in order to one day be reincarnated. Unfortunately, people forgot about this, or forgot about the faith of Miko's reincarnation, and so she was trapped in this mausoleum for all eternity underground. It wasn't until Byakuren showed up, created her temple above the quarters of the mausoleum, and disturbed the balance of spirits in the area, which resulted in Miko basically being unsealed and the process finally working. So now we're in the extra stage where both parties are at war. We have the Buddhists, led by Byakuren, and the yokai, with warring against Miko and the Taoists, which are literally in the back of the Morian Temple, or Mioran Temple. So Marissa is here to solve that incident. Who is the extra stage character? That is, since we're probably not going to see her, Mamizo Futatsuiwa, the Tanuki character. She is a very important character in the context of later Touhou games. In fact, she's important in the fighting game that we're going to be playing after this. I absolutely love this extra stage, though, in terms of, like, music and the boss, because I love the boss as a character. Alright, I'm gonna restart that just because I want to at least have a decent attempt. No, we didn't gain much spirits from that. Apparently, they start from the left. So the best thing you can do is to try to snipe off... Wow, okay. I'm not good with precise dodging, as you probably noticed. What the fuck? Wait. They started from the right this time? Nue's friend. Oh, it's interesting that you mentioned that, Rhesus, because Nue is actually the mid-boss of this stage, too. Who's a really difficult mid-boss as well. I gotta go back and do UFO's extra stage, because I actually really liked that extra stage. It was kind of fun. And I think with enough practice, I can get through it. It's just gonna take a while. Alright, so this part of the stage I kind of already failed at, so might as well take my life here. I forget why Nue even called her here to begin with. Apparently, I think it's just the fact that Mamizo is, like, really, really strong and powerful, and she thought that she would be, like, a really good asset for this war. Yeah, I'm kind of just, like... I know how to get through... those burns all... This bum's all resurrected. The yokai world is in an uproar now. So I called in the yokai's trump card. It's over for you right now, though. Yeah, she pretty much just called her because Mamizo is powerful and they're friends, so... Mamizo comes from the outside world, the real world, so she's been in Futatsuiwa this entire time, the land of the Tanuki, and found a way to get into Gensokyo by, I believe, transforming into an object that is forgotten by humankind, so that allowed her to pass through the barrier, the Hakure barrier specifically. Yeah, just to reiterate, I know what I'm doing in terms of, like, concept, but executing it is really, really difficult. I just realized I'm talking about a different topic than the stream. I'm just here. I just work it. Hey, no worries, Scar. We always talk about different stuff every now and then. I mean, I'm all up for, like, different conversations every now and then. It's a shame that I won't be able to get through most of the stage, considering I love the song. Alright, I think I've already fucked it up because I needed to kill that guy really, really fast. Okay, so just... Oh, damn it, yep. You're supposed to circle around. Basically circle around like this. By the end of this, you want to use your spirit gauge to collect those lives, because the final fairies will drop life points. Alright, unknown, will-o-wisp in the unknown orbit. I at least want to get past this mid-boss. Crazy wacky dodging and everything is constantly moving. Honestly, the fact that it's always changing makes it really weird to dodge. Skyfish with unknown shape. This one is also pretty bizarre, because you have a lot coming in all over the place. Just go through the gaps if you can. Best to keep an eye out for the big gaps. Alright, now comes the weird part. Unknown yokai orb of unknown mechanics. She shoots orbs and they constantly bounce from parts of the screen. This is the entire spell card. It's very, very unorthodox. And she doesn't shoot more than this. It's really cool though. I love this concept, but gosh is it a bitch to dodge. How? How did I dodge it for so long? I'm kind of shocked. Okay. Dodging her second spell is impressive. That spell isn't easy. I wasn't even like... I have no idea how I did that. There were a lot of moments where I was like, I'm gonna get sniped, but apparently I didn't. Final spell, I am surprised I managed to survive to like halfway. That spell is not easy either. Because of how unorthodox and random it is, it's really easy to just get like blindsided by a bullet that's coming in from a completely different direction that you can't see. Anyways, let's try one more time. Again, I'm not looking to get to the end, but I at least want to show it off a little bit. My skill level when it comes to extra stages are very subpar, so there's probably going to be a lot of extra stages where I just won't ever be able to clear, this probably being one of them. Hekaria? I think that's the pronunciation. Yeah, she's also one that I won't be able to complete. Gosh, how do you get through that? But I at least want to try. I still need to go back and beat Moku. There was a time where I was practicing Moku and nothing but Moku. But then I just sort of stopped. Oh my fucking gosh! Why do you keep shooting even though you're down there? Oh, one thing though, this game does have spell practice. This is the first Touhou game to reincorporate spell practice ever since Touhou 8 first introduced it. So theoretically, we could just spell practice all of the spells in the game and use an unlock cheat to get them all. Ew, 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 ew. Screw it. I'm not exaggerating when I say I really love this theme song. Oh! I almost get... Thank you, little Nue! You saved me! Alright, let's see if we can actually do this first spell without getting clipped twice. The problem is, after a certain point in their dissension, they change their... they change the pattern of which they go towards, like the direction. Nue, get the fuck over here! It's really weird. Alright, Skyfish with unknown shape again. I don't have any confidence in being able to do this twice. Especially since I can't even hit her. Aw. I was close too. Ew, 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 ew. You just get blocked for a bit, and then you can't recover. And your bombs can't destroy these, by the way. They're permanent bullets. Oh! Oh, this is so weird! No, 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 no! She's almost dead, she's almost dead, she's almost dead now! Dang it! I never got this far. I don't know what's coming. One side fits all. I guess just focus on one side then. Oh, of course, something shows up that completely covers the entire screen. Yay! Oh no! Okay. This, at the very least, seems doable. This seemed doable. Oh, this definitely seemed doable. Oh no! No! Well, that's it for my run. Because I can't recover from this. I'm dead. I believe... I've collected enough lives! The spirit world trance allowed me to collect enough lives to get an extra life. I can't believe that happened. I actually made it to the boss. Well, we're not gonna last after this point, but we did. Okay. I'm speechless. I'm actually speechless.
What's that? They called in yokai reinforcements. Can't help getting a bad feeling about this.
Well now, who might you be?
Are you the yokai reinforcements?
Dude, I don't know how to feel about Mamizo's design in this game. She looks a little fugly. Yeah, I'm clutching so hard. I'm not gonna survive her non-spell. Bucket Tanuki with 10 transformations. Mamizo Futatsuiwa. Bucket Tanuki, I believe means that she's a chief Tanuki. I'm Futatsuiwa from Sado. In any case, I've received word an unruly saint has been resurrected. It seems she has reduced the yokai to a trembling mass.
Oh, was she really all that?
I mean, I 1cc, so probably not. So you know about her?
Of course, I'm the one that had revived her.
Or you, July.
Oh!
What an amusing joke. At least we got to hear Futatsuiwa from Sado one time. For like 10 seconds. Great song.
What if I said I'm not joking?
I think you were enemies. After all, are you human?
Very well, I shall shake this as a warm-up.
And now, a 10-game match of Danmaku transformations. I wonder how many you can withstand. 10 spell cards, they're already here right now. I have watched her boss fight so many times, but I have never actually fought her before. This is legitimately my first time getting to Mamizo. First dual primate Danmaku transformation. Humans! De humans! What the fuck is this? How do you do that? How do you do, fellow humans? How? Do you just like misdirect it or something? I don't get it. Okay, well we got to the second spell. Very claustrophobic. Oh, it's gonna get more and more claustrophobic as time goes on. Second duel, Carnivorous Danmaku transformation. Right, I think I remember this one. Start from the top. Don't get sniped. Don't get sniped from the doggos. And then do that. Do the classic streaming trick. Oh gosh, that doesn't work when you go upward. Oh no. Well, I had an idea there. I had an idea. Oh, well, at least I made it to the boss and showed up Mamizo, so I'm happy about that. Yay! Alright, one other thing. Extra... If I remember correctly, there's a difficulty called Overdrive in this game, or something of that caliber. I believe Zune tried to reincorporate, like, the, no, not practice. I believe he tried to reincorporate the last word system from Touhou 8 and called it a different name in this game. Ah, here it is. The final spell, Overdrive. Now, for the life of me, I actually don't know how to unlock that. Overdrive spells, yeah. I wonder. I have the 10 Desires page open. As per usual, if I go to gameplay. Ah, full unlock code. To unlock all unlockable content at once, navigate to Extra Marissa records in the play data. And type, beer is life. Okay. Did that work? If done correctly, the 1-up sound effect should play. Oh, Extra Marissa, my bad. Here is life. There we go, okay. We've unlocked everything in the game. Instead of being all new spells, they're just harder versions of pre-existing spells. Okay, so it's the complete opposite of Last Words, actually. Let's show off one of them, because I've never seen these in action before. I know, right? Peak Zune hidden code. Alright, Cherry Blossom Sign, Cherry Blossom Blizzard Hell. Okay, so she gets an extra spell card in Stage 1. That's fascinating. That you can only get if you're doing hard mode. I don't know what the spell is, I've never seen it before. Is this literally oh my gosh, why? I hate this! She took a cue from Kaguya with one of her final spells. Oh, I hate twisty bullets. I can never figure these out. Why? Why are you such a troll? I don't know how to do this. I don't like this. I never like these types of patterns. And for some reason, I'm surviving longer than I should. Fuck this. I'm out of here. Reimu, you can solve this incident. I'm out. Wait, then what's the hard mode version? If I have to play hard mode one of these days. Okay, simple stage 1. This isn't stage 1. Oh my gosh. I get this is Yuyuko, but this is not stage 1. Yeah, I definitely see what you mean now, Reese's. I don't like this. I don't like this. I have to pass this now, though. This is a stage 1 pattern. If I don't pass this, I'm gonna be shamed. By me. I'm gonna shame myself. No. She brings back her fan for her. Oh, I just noticed, yeah, she does use the fan. Oh, which means I could probably stay to the left and right and still dodge her. No, that's not how it works in this game. Fuck you. Never mind. She changed it. Oh. Oh, this is bull. Hidden code in 20 doesn't even unlock everything, by the way. As far as I can tell, it only unlocks extra, which is funny to me. Yeah, it doesn't unlock all the gems or the stones, so you actually have to play through the game legitimately to get those. Unfortunate. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna do multiple playthroughs of 20 anyways. I may just do some off-screen playthroughs, because, like, I really want to play that game again. Today. I don't know, man. Touhou 20 is just
gave me that itch.
Unfocusing. Unfocusing my eyes does not work. Why does this exist? Well, you can best believe I'm not 1CCing this game in hard mode. Oh gosh. Okay, now I never have to do that ever again. I think they changed their directions mid-flight. Their angles aren't the same, or not. I think I'm tripping. Dude, I was tripping that entire spell card. It felt like they were the exact same, but I think it's just randomized. What I did notice, that the bullets very much curve. Yeah. I can't tell if that's fully random or not. What game you want me to play in this series? Any game hard or not, I will play it. Oh, that's a good question, Scar. There's actually a lot of games on Steam. There's a couple demos you could try. I definitely would recommend Touhou 20 as a demo, since that's the most recent game, but that game is also pretty hard. Easy mode, though. Easy mode is a great place to start. Don't let anybody shame you about going on easy mode. Easy mode is fantastic if you want to start as a beginner. In fact, I first began on easy mode myself, so. Other than that, I would say Touhou 15, but that's mostly because that game has the I want to be the guy mechanics. No, tell me which one I should play. I like it hard. Oh, then go with Touhou 20. Touhou 20 is, at this point, the hardest game in the series. Of course, Touhou 15 is the most torturous because you're forced to replay patterns if you die over and over and over and over and over and over again. The bullets that hit you started from the beginning. It's not. Their patterns are actually... There's a pattern, actually. She shoots a ring of bullets. Interesting. You know what? Did it save a replay of that? Oh, I wish it saved a replay. I would have loved to have, like, looked back at it. They keep curving from the start. Well, let's make traction here. Let's go with stage 2. Go with overdrive spell level 3. The third spell has an overdrive, but the fourth one doesn't. Interesting. Mountain Echo, Yamabiko's specialty echo demonstration. It's random regardless. Ew. You actually have to dodge these. Oh, they're gonna come from behind, aren't they? Yep, I knew it. Oh gosh! What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Nope. Nope. Not doing that. Nope, 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 nope. Not doing that at all. We're doing the hard mode version. I don't want to do that. Hard mode version at least seems doable. Oh, you actually have to, like, go inside the Bubble Bullets sprites for that. Okay. Oh, I didn't go through one of the layers fast enough. Come from behind. In more ways than one. What the fuck was that overdrive, though? That was insane. Okay, there comes a point where I have to go through that. Yep, okay. Alright, I got it. Don't try to dodge all of the bubble layers at once. Go through one and then work your way through the others. Okay, simple enough. Bubble nut. I'm surprised it's not the fourth spell that does that, but apparently her fourth spell is just the exact same every single time. Alright, Yoshika. She has nothing. Oh, Kogasa doesn't have a spell card on easy mode. Interesting. Another one, where's the third spell? And Kogasa doesn't have an overdrive. That would have been cool. Poison Nail, Undead Murderer. Alright, well, Poison Nail was already difficult. How is this gonna be difficult? Oh, I see. Oh, that's vomit! Oh, that's vomit! Zune was definitely drunk when making these. Ew. Ew. Zune decided, I love to make people suffer with that overdrive. Yeah, and it's not the only overdrive. Oh, that's too much for me. No, no. Let's go with the hard mode, at least. If I can't do the overdrive, then I'll do the hard mode. I'm pretty sure I can't do any of these overdrives. I didn't even complete a last word in 8. Okay, this one is doable. Because this is basic dodging. And not insanity. Aww, died as soon as she died. Gosh, I gotta look up the Liz Triangle remix after this. Both remixes. I really want to hear them again. It's been a while. Wow, for some reason I didn't really need to dodge all that much in that turn. Kinda sucks that I can't save a replay. Well, now I'm genuinely curious, what about Sega? Oh, interesting, it's a different word. Guhun Yegui. That's the Chinese pronunciation there, apparently. Tongling Yoshika. Oh, literally named Yoshika. Why? Hold on. Tau fetal movement. Why is Tau the capitalized in her overdrive? I mean, I get it. It's Tao as in like Taoism, but it's also Tao at the end, so Taoism. Let's try it. Curvy lasers. I'm expecting too many curvy lasers. Oh, it's just never ending. Oh, that's a lot. Not as many curvy lasers as I was expecting, though. How am I supposed to dodge that? No! I don't want to do that. Maybe I'll make it up by doing the hard mode. I did die against this spell card in the actual playthrough, which I rarely ever do. This is hard mode, right? Okay, yeah, it is. Oh, interesting. She summons 2 layers of those orbs instead of 1. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, this is giving me flashbacks to that yellow stone spell from Touhou 20's final boss. Specifically because I'm going left and right and left and right. No, I will not time this out. There we go. Why the fuck was that easy? Maybe I'm just good with dodging fetuses. Nobody quote that ever. that will just be erased. Oh, hold on. Tojiko has a overdrive? Vengeful Spirit Iruka's Thunder. Oh. Well, I might as well show that off. Alright, Iruka's Thunder. How bad is this? Oh, they're faster. Oh! 2 layers! I got called away by Jeff, so I'm not in the voice call anymore. Oh, that's fair, Druid. We're just about done with today's stream. I'm mostly just showing off... This go by so quickly. I'm mostly just showing off a bunch of patterns that I probably will never be able to do. It starts off the exact same, and then it gets like really, really weird and really fast for some damn reason. Like the second layer of the yellow thunder arrows are just way too fast for my liking. It's like while you're dodging the red ones, you have to keep an eye out for the yellow ones. Oh, and then they like move. They're still moving. That's the thing, they're still moving from like left and right. Tojiko, honey, why would you do this for me? You're my waifu. I designated you as my waifu in my playthrough. After the red arrows. Hold up after the red arrows. Go right as fast as you can. Alright, I'll try that. Alright. Oh, damn it. Stayed on there for too long. I got my lockpick tome though and hit level 30 and I have shadow form. Nice! Why? It goes too fast! And then I'm gonna get walled on the right side of the screen if I keep that up. Oh! Alright, let's try this again. Staying close to the red is bad. Oh, definitely, yeah. So I want to figure out the waypoint of where the red is, and then I want to get away from it, like that. Well, yeah, actually, sort of. I saw the yellow arrows, like, go straight into the red one. So is the red one, like, some sort of indicator? It might be. So just stay away, or... They go into the red from wherever direction they're in, apparently. So even if I just make the conscious effort to stay away, I still need to pay attention to where the yellow ones are going to show up like that. That's so weird. Once it gets to the bottom of the screen, it just like twists. It twists like 90 degrees. Whoa, like that. It keeps the same spacing as the red, yeah. The yellow arrows move depending on Tojiko's movement because she moves as she shoots them out. Oh, so that's how it works. Not gonna lie, I've never been able to pay attention to Tojiko's movements just due to the fact that she's on the top of the screen. And I'm constantly using Marissa, so like, you know, she's already obscured by the constant, like, explosions. Honestly, I don't know why I'm continuing to do this spell, but I don't know, the way this spell works is very, very interesting. Oh, so it goes from left to right. This is very weird, but I'm so fascinated with how this works. Like, it has some very, very unorthodox logic to it. Would it be safer to, like, stay at the top of the screen in some form or fashion? Like, right here? Sort of? Oh, wait. If I moved to the right there, like how you said earlier, Rhesus. I don't know. Maybe this is something. Oh, that's too fast. Oh, damn it. Misjudged where it actually was going. That's the problem, too. I have to be, like, really on the mark when things are, like, moving constantly. Oh, right there, right there. To the right. To the left. To the right. What the fuck? Oh, I got a fucking pattern. What? That's what happens when I make it to the bottom of the screen. Well, hopefully she dies by then. How did I... You all saw that. You all saw that. I went through the yellow arrows. I don't know how I did that. Oh, okay. You know, I kind of feel like I'm playing one of the Aya games at this point. It's kind of like I'm playing a double spoiler. Constantly replaying a spell until I pass it. Oh gosh, those games are going to be a nightmare. A nightmare to play, but they'll probably be really fun for streams. Because I'm sure a lot of people will just love to see me torture myself. I'm gonna need a lot of water for that stream. Frame rate is also janky in Touhou. Oh, 100%. Right. Damn it, I didn't go to the right in time. you're going fast enough at the right moment, at the right angle. Yeah. You could, but it's not viable. Alright, well, that's a cool spell. Let's see the hard mode variant. I am at the very least interested. Do they add, like, the red bullets for this one? Well, at least now I know the properties of the lightning bolts. You have to basically clip the bullet at the edge of it, which is not something I relatively ever like to do. So it's gonna go to the right this time. Yep. This time it's gonna go to the left. You know what? Stop hugging the bottom of the screen and work your way up when you see an opening. There. That's how you do the hard mode version. I gotta stop bottom hugging for this one. On normal mode, that's perfectly safe. But when it's hard mode, left, and then right. Nope, that's left. Left. Oh, because she's moving to the left, that's right. Yeah, because it goes with her movements. Okay, now I see what you meant, Innocence. Okay, yeah, so just not bottom hugging is great for normal and hard mode. I get how you're supposed to do overdrive, but I don't want to do that anymore. What about Lunatic, though? Red bullets are added in Lunatic. Ah, yeah. I dodged inside of it again! I was being really lucky there. I should have died like 3 separate occasions. It doesn't seem as fast and insane as Overdrive, though. It's just, yeah, it takes a while to get used to it. Oh, I was keeping an eye out for the openings, but I got blindsided. Ladies and gentlemen, a preview to my double spoilers playthrough. Damn it! Same pattern, but slower. Yeah. Which I guess is more doable. Ooh, okay. Almost got clipped there. Oh, no. Tried to get into the pattern. No. Whoa. Oh, damn it. I was so close too. It's always like the 3rd or 4th volley that I get blindsided by one of the yellow arrows. And the reason is I'm too busy like focusing on the red one when I really shouldn't be. I should just be focusing on the opening. And then the yellow. But I can't see the yellow because there's too much things to worry about at the bottom. Maybe if I just unfocus my eyes and look a little more forward. Yeah, that sort of worked. It's hard if you're used to going fast. If you ever play a rhythm game, you're going to know what I'm saying. Yeah. No, I totally get what you mean. Why did that feel significantly more easier than any other attempt that I did? I think I just didn't dodge nearly as much as I needed to there. Or maybe I just got really lucky. In any case, I'm calling it. I think that's the first ever Lunatic spell card that I've ever captured in my entire life. Wow. You guys are here to witness that. If you're used to going at a certain speed, any changes mess you up. So going faster than you're used to, slow messes you up. Going slower when you usually go fast means I get exactly what you mean. That's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of like rhythm games that have songs that change their time sequences or time frequencies, because like at one point in the song it's like going super slow and then suddenly it goes extremely fast, and like, oh my gosh, Project Diva had so many of those. It was so annoying. That's it for Tojiko. We didn't even get to Futo. Omonomoi, and let me try to pronounce this. Omonoimi's dinner. Omonoimi's dinner. I don't know what Omonoimi is. For the Overdrive version, it's Sun Goddess's Sacrifice. Tempo, there you go, that's what I meant. Fluctuating scroll speed. Exactly, yeah. Those are always the worst, in my opinion. Okay, this is slightly different. Oh, this is very different! This is completely different! What the fuck is this? I was expecting me to just follow the pattern. What is this Maze of Love amulet bullshit right here? Screw that. I've seen enough. I didn't like that at all. Hey, I just got a text from Touhou Patch Center. Apparently, all of Reimu and Marissa routes of the main game are translated, as well as all the endings, all the extra stage routes for Reimu, and both extra stages routes for Marissa. Just for Marissa. Awesome! We got a huge update. I am gonna definitely play that game soon, then. It looks like it gets harder the longer it goes. I know, right? And I don't want to do it! I don't want to touch that at all. Well, now I can understand the story of Touhou 20, so we'll be playing that sometime this week. I don't know when, but we'll be playing it. I can't wait to see all the Marissa. What the fuck is this? Why is it so tiny? Why is it tiny? Ew, 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 you're so tiny, you're so tiny, you're so tiny. So, and Miko is like, Momonobe, please stop talking about my dick. I'll try to join. Cool, cool. I'll leave a post for it at some point this week. I still also want to play one of the Touhou fan games that I own on Steam as well. Like I said earlier, I'll leave a poll for that one. We might do either Luna Nights, Lost Branch of Legends, or anything else that I feel like doing. We're not going to stay on the spell forever like the last one. I just want to do one more attempt. Go in the larger gaps. Hey, it's the thing I said I was going to do. Let's see. Is it possible to go through the larger gaps? Oh, she traps you in. She traps you in before anything. So like you have to. Oh, if I could like, if I had Reimu's hitbox and I could squeeze through that little hole, maybe. No, she purposefully made these like super small. Now I'm wondering if Mononobe ever appeared in like one of the photography games. I think it's one of the games where you played as like Seiya. Oh wow, I actually did that. Gosh. Realized that they made it impossible, yeah. And that was when Rhesus realized it was an impossible spell card. Emperor of the Land of the Rising Sun, ranks of the 12 levels. Royal Clan's Chaotic Dance. Royal Clan's Sonic Dance. Prince Shotoku's Out of Place Artifact. Oh, this is the one that has the overdrive. Divine Spirits Universe. Goose Flash! Halo the Goose Cannon. Love that name. Lasers of the 17th Articles, honor the avoidance of defiance. That's what it's called. And newborn divine spirits. All right, let's. What was this one again? Oh, this was Ikurukaderu. Oh no. How bad is this gonna be? Ew, 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 I don't like this at all. Wait the fuck? I don't like that. I don't like this. I get it. I get it. But I don't want to get it. Oh! Oh. I'm just gonna make weird noises every single time I get through this pattern. How? What the? That was the overdrive, right? You mean to tell me I completed the final boss's overdrive on my first try? What the fuck type of sense does that make? I wasn't even trying! What the fuck? And that was easier than the and I never captured that spell card before. I guess I don't know. Okay. Anyways. Well, that was fun. I don't know. Now do Lunatic. You know what? Fuck it. Let's see how bad Lunatic is. It's supposed to not be that bad, apparently, according to Overdrive. Oh, you bitch. Oh, really now? That's how you want to play it. Mrs. Junko! Why is this? Why? Why do you do this to me? Oh. Oh. Why is this harder than the overdrive? I get it, I'm only dodging like one layer of these bullets, but it's much more denser. Wah 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 wah. Wah 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 wah. Yeah, why are they denser? Why did he make the overdrive easier? Ew, ew, no, no, no. I'm in a bad space, I'm in a bad space, I'm in a bad space. You've invaded my personal space, Miku. That boss says everything. It's basically the exact same, she just shoots one bullet ring, but it's denser, yeah. I mean, I guess it's doable. Just I need to be lucky in the spot that I keep myself in. Oh gosh, this is reminding me of Yukari. Nope! And I also have to be careful about being sniped. Man, I like to see Scar do this. Whoa! Nope! Spawn right on top of you. They keep doing that, yeah, because I'm not moving fast enough. No, 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 how? Oh, too fast. I'm misjudging my speed. It's that again. I need to find a good safe spot and then wrap around. Well, that time I actually just got hit. Marissa is a bit faster, I see. Oh, yeah, again, like, I get clipped by a bullet that just immediately gets spawned in because I'm not fast enough to find an opening. Gray here, yeah. No, no, no! Oh, I didn't find a safe spot. At least this is good practice. For, like, non-focused movement. Oh, that's a bad spot I found myself in. I just gotta rush, that's the problem. Like, I gotta rush. As soon as I get out of the ring, I gotta rush to find a safe spot. And just roll with it. Oh, that's bad, that's bad. We're gonna do a couple more attempts before I just call it. I did the overdrive version, I have nothing to prove anymore. I'm still shocked by that. Okay, go down here. Yep. Oh, that was close. No. Ah. When the ring hits the edge of the spell sigil, it starts. Ooh, nice indicator. You're right, it does. Oh, damn it, too slow. If you find a spot close to her, you can get away with staying focused for the most part. Oh, true, considering most stuff does move slower when they're closer, yeah. It would be hard to find a spot, though, with just the limited amount of time that I have. Wait. Oh, that is following me. No. Damn it, I wasn't moving fast enough for that one. Alright, last attempt. Oh, this is a nice open spot right there. Ooh. Oh, found myself in this tight one. Oh, damn it. All right. That was fun. That was very fun. I can't believe. I'm clipping that one. I'm clipping that overdrive. All right, just for the sake of seeing, does she have an over? She does. 7th Duel Wild Desert Island. Considering it is an extra stage, I probably won't be able to get through it, but let's go with Wild Desert Island first. My spell sigil gets smaller the less HP she has. Yeah, that's true. I did notice that. 7th Duel. What is this one? Uh-huh. Ew. Ew! Oh, this one's pretty funny. It's burbs and dogs! Everyone! Oh, those hitboxes. Don't like that. The dogs I can do just fine because they're basic dodging upward and downward, but the birds are random. Yeah. Check the 8th extra spell as well. I think I saw something else that was required. Okay. I have a bird. His name's Lilo, and I love him going to be. That's so cute. Alright, well that's the normal spell. Let's see what, no, I don't want to go do it again, no. I'ma do it, Marissa. I'ma throw a burb at you. No, Mamizo, no. Alright, how bad is this? I won't see the entire thing, but wild carpet. Oh, all at the same time! Yippee! It's the doggos eating the burbs. It's the power of nature. Oh, and then they change positions. Isn't that fun? 5th Duel Scroll of Frolicking Animals. Well, I'll show it off at least. It could be. What is this one gonna be? Okay, it's just like that one spell, but different. don't you just love fighting against spells that have hitboxes that you don't? What the fuck, frogs? Now we have the Froggos, and now even more to dodge. Yippee! This is so much fun! So out of all the extra stage bosses, is Moreso considered the hardest, or is she considered one of the easier ones? I actually have no idea. Okay, that seems doable, but I'm not looking to complete that one. Burps. Tanuki Shapeshifting School. There's one I do want to show off. Pseudo Exorcism of the Stupid Shrine Maiden. I kind of wish there were 4 variants of this for each character, but she transforms into Reimu with a tanuki tail and ears. That is so cute. And you're basically fighting Reimu, and I fucking hate it because you're fighting Reimu. Amulets for days. Yay. And exploding frogs. Yay. I'm dead. I lasted for a while at least. It'd be hard to destroy them. To some degree, I think you should be able to shoot the things. I think it'd be hard to destroy them, but it makes it a little funny. I agree. Pattern-wise, she's probably somewhere in the middle in terms of difficulty. What makes her difficult is that the stage gives you very little resources, as per usual with 2D. Yeah. That's my biggest issue with 2D. It's a really fun game, and I like all the boss fights, but gosh, resource management is so scarce. As you guys saw, I barely got enough lives during my 1cc. The spell card name is funny. I know, right? She's like, stupid shrine maiden. Moreso Danmaku 10 transformations, and Raccoon Sign, Full Moon, Pumpocolon. What the fuck is a Pumpocolon? I think I've looked that up at some point. I think it's like some form of a tanuki or something. In any case, it insults Reimu by pointing out the truth. In any case, we played through enough today. Oh wow, it actually saved it for hard mode. Cool. I've cleared Marissa. Maybe one of these days I will come back and play as Yomu, like I said. Maybe for a birthday stream or something, but for now, we're done. Ooh, she has EI. She uses the power of EI. That's really cool. I never noticed that. So with that said, the next Touhou game we're going to be playing is 13.5 or 13.2, I don't remember the name, but it's Hopeless Masquerade. We're going to finish this whole arc of Touhou with Hopeless Masquerade and then move on from here. Don't know when we're going to be playing that. Might be next Sunday. Might be sooner than that, I don't know. I will be playing a Touhou fan game on Wednesday. Keep an eye out for a post about a poll for whichever one I'm going to play. And Touhou 20. I might play that for Thursday. We'll see. Let me quote someone. It's a YouTuber. Yeah, sure. Yomu strength. Charge shot. Ugh. I hate the charge shot concept, but it's really fun at the same time. Kokoro is one of my favorite Touhous. Oh, she's so cool. I love Kokoro. That game is going to be really interesting because in terms of the story, I've only seen it in passing. I've never actually played Hopeless Masquerade before, but I've always wanted to play it. So we'll see whether or not the gameplay really lives up to its expectations. Besides that, Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne will be tomorrow and possibly other streams for this week. Normal streams specifically. So with that said, Yomu weakness. Charge shot! I couldn't agree more. Whoever that YouTuber is, I agree. Alright, so before we end the stream, let me just thank my patrons, Scar the Firefox and Gecko Moments, and thank you for being patrons. And if you want to be a patron, then you know what to do. Just go to the Patreon and subscribe. You can make me play whatever game you desire, depending on the price, and also have other benefits. So with that said, I'll see you guys next time for some more Touhou and whatever's to come. Thank you all for joining, and goodbye. And yes, I will stay in this expression because this is how I feel.